Well, hello and welcome to year 4 of the 5 and 5 challenge. We're going to start by getting the fertilizer put down here. Let's double check if it's time to put down lime. It's not. We're still good. So we just need this next application of fertilizer. We got a worker doing that. And we're going to finally get started picking up this straw. And we want to make sure turn off wrapping because we did see it accidentally wrap some straw bales. But there's no field to harvest this month, and I don't think there's going to be one until March. So we're going to be moving pretty quickly through year 4 here, it appears, or at least the beginning of year 4. 1.1 million already. We have a lot of silage that we're going to sell today in today's episode. Should be over $200,000 worth. We might hold off, though. We'll check the prices. We've been playing min-max. We've been looking and making sure things are at good prices before we just jump and sell them. So we have a ton of planks building up. There's a lot of money sitting there. I haven't looked at the sawmill today. I haven't moved any of the goods around for the animals. So we got to do all of those chores today, but I figured we'd get these wrapped up or baled up, and then we'll jump to doing the chores for the animals. What a mess over here this harvester made. And then, and get rolling, but like I said, it's probably going to be a quick January through March here. We'll get to the point where we have to cut that grass and bale it up again, and that'll be a big job to do, but yeah, let's get busy. Let's get that 5 mil. All right, the baling is all complete. I'm not sure if we're going to sell the straw yet or not, but it's time to jump in the telehandler and take care of the animals. And probably the lumber as well. Doing a good job there, worker. So it won't be till super late tonight when these bales are actually silage, so I'm not sure if we'll sell them in January or February yet. I asked people for comments about a second dairy and got a mixed bag of responses, so I think I'm gonna go a couple, at least these 3 months here, and leave it as is before we make a decision. I kinda feel like we just go as is at this point and get through the next 2 years and see how much money we have. It seems like we're tracking correctly. So that's kind of where I'm leaning, even though I think we hop out here, we're gonna see a lot of goat milk in here at this point. Yeah, 10,000. We're just not gonna produce it. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal to move goat milk over here every single month at this point. Yeah, good amount. Oh, wow. Yeah, we didn't sell 1 month. That's right. We still have 19,000 wood. We got a lot of money sitting right there, too. That's exciting. We'll check prices on long planks and wood beams here momentarily. But I do want to go get the buffalo milk brought over because that's getting a little bit low. And I think we probably have some babies over there. Yeah, I see some small things hopping out there. Let's jump out here for a second. 36. So we didn't have a ton of babies. Let's find one. There's one. Oh, hi. Wow, those are cute at that age. That is awesome. All right, let's take a look in the menu here and see how many we have. So we have 8 0-month-old ones. Yeah, because that was these ones that had 8. So here we have our 20 that are 3 months away. So we should get 20 more. So yeah, I mean, not gonna get a ton of milk from them babies, just more mouths to feed. But if we do extend this beyond 5 years, it'll be nice to have them. Let's back up here, get our milk. Taking them a little while to finish that fertilizer, but looks like they just finished up. Yeah, perfect timing. What else? Everything's looking good. Yeah, I just run into our stump grinder while we're not paid it. Oh gosh. That's bad. All right, well, that's fixed. Yeah, I was wondering if there's things to do today that I forgot about. Weeds. Yeah, just that one field to flip. It's gonna be a quick January. All right, drop off these goods here. And then I'm gonna move some planks around, get a little more organized, and we're gonna sell a bunch of lumber, I think. Let's check prices. Wood beams are looking pretty good at the farmer's market. Perfect. Yo, we're about to make some serious cash right here. So we got 6,000 wood beams and 7,000 planks long. The mozzarella cheese, the goat's milk, the goat's cheese is all ready to sell as well. So we'll go back and get those next, all at good prices. Everything but planks, really, and soybeans that we have. 90,000 bucks right there. Not too bad. Thought we would get over 100,000, but I'll take it. Yeah, so 1,000 mozzarella and 5,000 bottled milk. Prices are at and above peak right now. So this should, I don't know how, I can't remember how much bottled milk is, but 25 grand for the buffalo mozzarella should be a good start to year 4 here, as we're pushing towards 2 million already. Once we sell that silage, well, I mean, we should be at least at 1.5 million when we end this episode. And here we go. Boom, 58,000. So we're at 1.274 million. It's crazy. Once you get in the millions, these 90,000, 50,000, it doesn't sound as awesome as it did early on, but it still is. And clearing the bales out of the way, because we do want to get this field replanted. Got to keep pressing forward, keep making money. As far as hay is concerned, I've decided I'm going to wait till it's absolutely needed. And before we make it February, we will double check the feed for the water buffalo and make sure that they're good for overnight. I think we can make one more mix before we have to make hay. So we'll be learning soon how much more food the babies are using, and as they age up, they'll start using more. So we will have to make mixes more often moving forward. Can't wait for it to turn green again around here. Just get through a couple months. But I'm gonna grab this seeder. I want to flip this field pretty quickly here. Keep progressing, because feels like we're making a good pace right now. And out of our options here, I think I'm going to go with canola, but I want to empty the seed out of this so we can have it with us. And we'll just place it right there. And I don't know how much it is, but it should be enough for that tiny field. Soybeans is selected. That was funny. Should have seen if it let us plant soybeans. I know some mods do it, but man, I'd like seeders to be able to do soybeans again. Selfishly. I never really looked into how that works in real life to know what that decision was about. But time to get some more canola in the ground. Going up this hill will be a little bit of a challenge, but I definitely wanted to do a crop here that doesn't produce straw, and I didn't want to cultivate and plant. I wanted to do this in as few steps as possible on the hill here. So let's get it done. Another field planted. Pretty good turnaround there. Not the most enjoyable field to plant in because of all of the ups and downs and the terrain change, but we got it done. Fought through it. Get our seeder back where it seems to be used more often than not. And then we'll check on... Actually, we'll grab the fertilizer spreader, get that going, and then we'll check on the feed for the animals. Yeah, 2,000 left in here. Yeah, we bought 4,000 last episode, so yeah, we knew it would use a lot on the big field. Well, let's go ahead and have them take care of this one. And just taking a look here, making sure we know what we're doing. Yeah, everything looks good. All right, and the animals. So we have 13,000 TMR here. And yeah, we could... Let's get the Merlot over, get another mixture made. And I think that'll do it for January. Oh, we got to move some... We'll move some grass right now, too. Just want to get to the money-making parts at this point. Excited to see how much money we make. Let's make sure that took a little bit. Yeah, all right, so they're good for at least a month there. And they have 10 more bales, so... Most of the year, we don't have to worry about grass, but towards the end of the year, we'll have to make some more grass bales. All right, this looks like a good spot. So what we'll have to do is use both of these bales of hay here and probably go a little bit, oops, I missed, heavy with the TMR on this mixture, I guess. Go one bale of hay, we'll try to do this straight on. Grab both of these. Oh, having a fun time here. Why? Okay, that's why. All right, so now we need silage. Gonna be too much hay. No, actually, it's fine. Once we add the silage, we should be good. And I think that's a grass bale I see to my right there. That's 7,000 liters of silage. And we'll see what the percentage is and how things are looking. Yeah, let's do it that way. Let's let it naturally take it. So a good mixture now. And I think we can grab just one more. Silage, you know, honestly is kind of cheap for us to make and easy, and we have a lot of it. So let's go ahead and finish this up with another, you know, bale of silage. I don't think it'll take the whole thing. Ooh, ooh. We'll see what it does take, though. All but 500. Good mixture there. We're going to leave this one out, see if we remember why, but I doubt we will. Just leave it isolated by itself. And this should be good for another few months for them. Fertilizer's done on the hill. Yeah, moving fast. Yeah, nice update to this barn. Made the triggers a lot easier to find. I love it. Well done, modder. All right, should be good for a little bit of time. Well, I was hoping to sell some silage here, but prices are terrible, so we'll leave that there. And I'm going to, let's see what we have for lumber. I think I'm gonna do this month, move some grass around and feed the sawmill a little bit. Yeah, so I'll grab a few trees, get that back up to where it can go through a whole night. And then we'll be making it March, because let's look at the fields. Well, while I do that, I'll have a worker help me with the small field, but nothing's ready. This will be ready in March along with the grass. And is that soybeans? That's nice. So that's gonna be adding on to our no, that's the wrong thing. Adding on to our 22,000 liters of soybeans, and by June, that'll be sweet. All right, we'll get some stuff done, but I'll probably see you in March. All right, we've made it to March and we're starting to cut the grass. We have the soybeans we need to harvest, but silage prices have jumped all the way to $3.73. It's time to head over, do our run to sell the silage bales. Unfortunately, we won't have the fastest tractor, so it'll take me a little bit longer. And then we'll get to the soybean harvest, and you know, I think everything else is good because we took care of everything in February off camera there. Let's see how high we can get that dollar amount today. Oh, look at all the fog at the farmer's market. That's crazy. All right, like always, we'll show you how much each run, each load is gonna give us. And then we'll jump forward. 34,000, perfect, 1.3. So we should be close to 1.5 when we're done with this. Wow, 35 grand for that. I don't know why it was different. Weird. Probably, definitely. Should have opened up the video with this. So we're starting year 4. That means we have 8 episodes left if we're doing 3 months per episode. And we had a little over $1 million. $4 million to go, divided by 8. We're looking at $500,000 per episode is what we need. Since we're gonna need $2 million a year, we need $500,000 a quarter. So our goal for every one of these episodes is gonna be getting to that next $500,000 mark. So right now we wanna get to 1.5. Be nice to get a little farther than that so we can get a little farther ahead and not feel like we're gonna run into a crunch at the end. But with 11 bales left here, I don't think we're gonna quite get to 1.5. We still have some lumber to sell, but it's kind of misleading when we break it down that way because we have a ton of soybeans, we have a ton of planks that we're not gonna sell, we have more goat's cheese and mozzarella. And gosh, I think next episode when we get through June, it's gonna be a lot of money. So we're at $1,493,000. We gotta get that harvest started. Looking so bare over here. All of these trees we've gotten rid of lately. All right, it is time. Big soybean field. Away we go. This should be pretty good. I don't know if it'll quite double what we have in capacity with the 22,000 liters, but it might. It's a decent sized field here. And we have another soybean field growing. I think between April and June, we're gonna have 3 fields to harvest and flip. So that's gonna be a busy episode. And selling the soybeans and the planks. So we'll definitely be above 2 million, I believe, after next episode. Oh, we gotta pause for a second. Let's shut this off. I had this ready, but we need to go change this. Gosh dang it. Forgot I was gonna get the toolbox mod, but I never did. So we'll head to the store. Losing a little bit of time, but it's super early still in March. And should we do maintenance? Do we want to spend that money? It's only 4,000. We can handle it. This one, we want the extension off and customize. And we're back at it. The trailer is on its way back to its waiting position to help unload us. And probably as we make this turn, I'll probably call them just to get them over here pretty quickly. But they gotta get to their waiting spot first before I can call them. I think. Still learning how to drive. I'm loving it though. So foggy. We can't even see the tractor coming. right, let's see if they get here before we get to the end of the field. I don't think they will. They're moving, though. Ah, they're going to get here just in time. Let's go ahead and stop, though, so we can let them unload us. Oh, they're doing their little wiggle backwards thing, which I've never understood. I need to check for an update to these mods. It's been now almost, gosh, probably a month, but very good. I think they'll get here a lot quicker now. They'll stay in the field until they have to unload, so all is good. Let's go ahead and get ready. Finish these headlands, start doing the ups and downs. Yeah, lots of money coming in. So basically right there, I called the grain cart, even though I didn't necessarily need it yet, because I wanted them to stay near me, but now I do want them to help unload. So they're right there. Hopefully they can get here in time. Starting to move. And we can just do these ups and downs without stopping. Okay, time to take a little bit of a break here. Field is all done with the mowing. So we'll go get the bale wrapper set up. The baler with the wrapper, the quick bale. As we drive over all our swaths. Ooh, we're gonna need fuel in this soon. Probably after this. It's gonna be close. And we top them off with some wrap here. All right, that should be a good start. After the harvest, we'll come start unloading the bales. But first waypoint, there you go. And let's stop that. We want to turn the wrapper on. Have at it. And back to the harvest. Pretty good stuff. I don't think we'll quite double that amount, so I think we'll get probably, I don't know. We'll see. I guess I'm done guessing at this point. I have a bad feeling. Okay. Whew. I was worried that it wasn't actually wrapping. All right, back to the harvest. Doing good, making good progress. Almost done here. And I'm surprised and sad that that hasn't gone and unloaded yet, that we still have capacity in it, but all is well. And it looks like they are off to finally unload the grain carts, as we have quite a few passes left still. So what will be interesting to see, they're gonna go to their exit the field, and then they have to do a big loop around. So hopefully we can get them back without stopping, but I have a feeling we will have to wait for them a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, they're on their way back to the field. They got it tipped already. Pretty sweet. To my surprise, we're getting the hang of this auto drive thing. Oh, they were coming, then they stopped. What happened? Oh, they're doing the wiggle thing. And the other... Okay. How long are you gonna wiggle for? Oh, man. Okay, so this should automatically stop because we do have a mod for that. But let's hop over here. Oh, they got it figured out. Perfect. Now, are you gonna actually... Yeah, they're coming now. Okay, not bad. It's just a slight delay. It'd be nice to get them to completely unload us here. We'll see though. They might leave. Seems to be staying. Nice. That'll work. I hope that little backup wiggle was fixed in a patch. I imagine it was. Like, what do you... There we go. So just this little section here, which will not fill up the combine. So we're just about done here. And let's get this unloading, and then we'll see if that blocked object goes away. It did. Seems like Horseplay is doing a good job at avoiding things. Yeah, I'm going to update these mods after this recording session. All right, let's get it done. Finally done, and we'll be able to get... The John Deere that's on the cart right now, we're going to put on the cultivator, get them going cultivating this field, because I think I want to put sorghum in here. And then after that, after we get that all set up and going, we're going to help move bales around. And then after they're done cultivating, we'll plant. So there's plenty to do still. Got to get through a lot, and we're going to have to help reload soon as well. But I want to get this piece out of the way first. But yeah, looking at the map here, if we go to the growth states, you could see, yeah, all three of these are going to hit in June. Or May. They'll hit May. All right, so while that's finishing, we can open up our menu here, and we're going to go next. So it's going to exit the field, go unload it. And while that's doing that, we'll get this out of the way and probably take over driving that thing, but I want to make sure nothing's going to hit this combine while it's right here. And yeah, I think this is what I want to pick up the bales with. So we'll get that prepped. By the time we get this prepped for picking up bales, we can switch back and get that thing going on the cultivator. All right, perfect timing here. Let's go ahead and we'll let them dump it. Nah, let's stop. We'll just do it ourselves. So going in here, oh yeah, we did good. We're gonna be hitting 50,000 liters, times that by about what, 3.5? Let's look. Yeah, 3.5, that's good stuff. Who needs refilled? Oh no, okay. Stop it. I guess that's the first thing we're gonna do. Actually, hold on. Let's be efficient. We'll get this going on the cultivation first. Being wise, using our time wisely, and just get them on the field, and there they go. Be even more wise with our time. We just grab that and reset it, and here we are. 5:15, ooh. All right, we're getting this all set back up. Oh, they're gonna need everything soon. Okay, so nearest waypoint. Oops. Oh yeah, we gotta get that preloaded in here because we reset it. That's okay. And then we'll go nearest and have at it. But yeah, we'll have to buy them a few things here in a second. We'll finish moving some bales out of the way, and we'll bring some, we'll bring some wrap to them momentarily. Did we buy this used? We had to have 36 hours. Yeah. Perfect timing. We're just driving by. So I think right there will work. We'll hop in here. Just hit R. Yes. All right. And I believe we'll have to do that one more time, but just about clear of all the bales already. Just all these over here. They're not going to run into those right now. Smooth sailing. You know, I'm thinking of this area here as like my rainy day fund. All of this grass we're not picking up. I think it's time to take this over. We'll get it done a little quicker than the workers. I want to get it planted today. I thought they already did this half. Okay, we got a little bit more to do. I want a more powerful tractor. This thing can do the baling. It's a John Deere. I keep calling it a thing. All right, sneak out of the way here. Just hop back in this one. I'd be surprised if the core, it's not loaded. Wow, interesting. And nearest waypoints. Make sure everything looks right. All right, so they're going, looking good. Get a little more power on our end to do the cultivating. Makes sense. All right, there we go. Should get it done a little bit quicker. Gets up to speed when we start a little faster. Yeah, all done. It's a lot quicker. Every time we turned around, we got up to speed a lot faster. So we'll just get the planter going. But I'm going to go watch the Daytona 500 before I do that. And we're quickly moving through this one, man. Planting some sorghum here. We'll see how much seed it goes through. It doesn't seem to drop the seed very fast with sorghum. 1% or 1 liter was used right there. I have a feeling we have enough. Yeah, they're still going on the baling. Can't really see them from here, but it's time to get focused and get this field flipped. They're done? Wow, they didn't run out again. That's a pleasant surprise. Pleasant surprise. Well, we have the harvester in the way here. What a genius put that there. I don't know who that was. Smart guy, though. So we'll have to maneuver our way around it. Should be okay, though. I did miss a row, and I was trying to be fancy and do every other rows. That was silly. Caught up on this dollar amount that I'm seeing being under 1.5 million, so we're gonna have to do a little something here after getting done planting this to make sure we get to that goal for the episode. Somewhat nervous, but I do know we have a lot of crops out here. We have a lot of soybean money and another soybean field to harvest before selling in June, so we should be well above. I'm guessing we're gonna be well above 2 million when we finish June. I don't know, let me know your guys' vibe. Let's do a vibe check on, do you think we're gonna complete this? And if so, how many months left after this episode? There's 21. All right, just gotta finish planting this and then we'll make a little bit more cash. Halfway done with the planting session. And a little bit of time left. I figure with the amount of work we have in the next 3 months, we better get the weeding done now, so we just have to worry about the fertilizer on that field next time. So I think what I'll do is get a worker going on that while I find us about 13,000. Oh, about $12,000 worth of goods to sell. Stuff needs desperately cleaned. We'll do that next time. Maybe. I don't know. It's gonna be a busy episode next time. All right, worker, go forth. Let's finally get this thing out of the way. We're gonna need fuel. Definitely gonna need fuel when we got 3 harvests coming up in, what, 2 months here? They're all gonna be the same month? Oh boy. We might utilize crop seasonal growth not being on and only do 2 of them at a, we'll see. That's a problem for the next time we record this. Okay, so we want this guy, and we're gonna go find ourselves about $13,000 or $12,000 worth of goods to sell. Probably just some lumber, a couple wood beams. The leaves are growing, they're getting here. Spring has almost arrived. It's just like real life, man. We're ready for spring. It's always the middle of February. It's like this winter. It's gotta go away. It's gotta go. Yeah, we'll get all these bales picked up off camera. I've been doing that a lot. Seems to help. So many bales. It's like the countdown's on. 7 more cuts of this grass field. If we do continue on this series longer than 5 years, this field will no longer be grass. We'll find a replacement for our silage production. Well, I decided to sell all of it. It was starting to pile up pretty high there. So 7,000 wood beams and 8,000 planks long. Farmer's market is the top price again. And I forgot that I was saving all this, you know, the Daytona 500. What a distraction. Nice little weather delay. All right, we will be prepping for a busy April through June. But that's 107 more thousand. So we're sitting at $1.59 million. So almost got us to 1.6. We're tracking correctly. We're on pace. And we got a ton of money to make in the next 3 months. Well, sometimes I wonder if I even know how to play this game. Welcome to year 4, episode 2. We're doing April through June in this episode, so we'll get halfway through year 4. The goal is to get to $2 million. I think we're gonna get a little bit past that. We have a good amount of stuff to sell in June. But I thought we had 3 fields to harvest. Let's look at the map. I thought all of these were dark green. Now I'm questioning if these are even gonna be ready to harvest this episode, because I don't know what these colors mean anymore. I feel like I'm starting to become colorblind or something's going on. But that gives us an opportunity to take care of things we need to take care of, like the fertilizer on the grass field, fertilizer on the new sorghum field, right? One of these fields needs, yeah, this one, the new soybean field, I believe is what it is, which was just planted last episode. So we got to get the second application of fertilizer on that and the grass field, but that should free us up to be able to make some hay today, which is pretty much needed because we ran out. So no real reason to rush like I was going to do. I was going to get a couple workers doing some tasks for us, but being that we're limited on what we have to do in April here, I think I'll just bust it out myself. And we just bought 4,000 liters of fertilizer, so I think that'll get us through this entire episode, hopefully, so we can stop spending cash and just making that money. But that's a chore. That is a chore. Wow. Use 1,500 liters of fertilizer. That's a big field.
I don't think I've done an actual job in that field for a while. It's kind of blown away by the size of it there. So one more to do. Looking at here, you can see where we're going. Yeah, it's a decent sized field too, but nothing compared to that grass field. It is a big boy. And on to the next one. Just got to get a little bit here on the new soybean field, and I think we'll start cutting some hay. Or grass to turn into hay. Yeah, that silly harvester all prepared for something it doesn't even have to do. Not yet, next month though. Kind of would like to get enough hay to not have to worry about this for quite a while. So we're gonna come here, probably, most likely, cut this whole field and regret it later on. Let's go. Wide spreading. So we should start seeing grass once it's, yeah, I mean, there we go. There's a good area. So some of this, as we've documented, is not gonna drop any grass. Some of it will. Shouldn't be too bad. But follow me sure would be nice right now. Got to get that downloaded and try it out. All right, I think this is how wide we're gonna do it for now. We'll see how many bales we get out of it, and if it doesn't feel like enough, we can rinse and repeat. But we'll need the tedder next, and I haven't seen that in quite a while, so we'll find it though. This is looking good. It's not too annoying. I think the width is fine. To be honest with you, it might be only one more time after this that we even have to worry about this. So, yeah, I think it's good. And pretty much done with the tedding. I think it did feel like that's gonna be enough. We'll keep this over here, because if we do tedding, it'll be right here again. All right, just get this road up real quick. And then we'll be able to bale it. With the quick bale, it shouldn't take long at all. And done with the rowing. Got a little carried away with the last row. I combined a couple. Probably didn't really need to do that. Yeah, we've done almost 1,700 bales in this series. On this baler. We had a different baler originally. Wow. That blows me away. I am actually shocked by that. Hoping for about, I don't know, I'm honestly hoping for about 15 bales, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, 15 is probably not gonna happen, but we'll see. Wow. We're not even gonna get 10. Not even gonna get 10. That'll be okay. That would be, if we got this 10th one, which is gonna be pretty close to being full. That's 5 mixes, so I think that'll be okay. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave what's in here for whatever bale gets created next. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I guess next is to pick that up and maybe organize this area a little bit. We also have a little bit of lumber that we could sell. We need to move a ton of planks over. And we ran out of wood. Oh no. Oh. I guess I know what I'm doing next. Oh man. But 26 planks there. Good amount of stuff here. Yeah. Okay. Do some wood. Maybe sell some wood, and then we'll make it May. Was just about to make it May, and I realized we need to make some feed. We made hay for a reason, and I almost just skipped time and avoided, doing why we needed it. So we'll get this mix going, get these bales picked up too. I'll just grab a couple that we need right now. Should be able to grab 2, right? If I'm careful. Just sneak up next to this one. That kind of worked. I guess I should have put the 1 down first. That might have been better. All right. Get this mix going, and then it'll be time to make it May. This thing's tough to turn around. So 21,000 more liters should be good for a couple months here. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. It looks like we have some rain coming. Let's see what time that is. Not till tonight, so looks like we are good to get started on this harvest. And I'm gonna get a little bit done, and then I'll probably set up the grain cart to help me out, but this is exciting. We do get to harvest the soybeans, and I think it's wheat behind us. Yeah, confirmed. It is wheat behind us, so we'll get to harvest that today, get some more straw, potentially sell that straw because we're getting a nice stockpile of it. And there's also a rumor of a Sell Anything mod that came out, and I was kind of hoping for it If that's the case, we might have the ability to sell the milk directly without having to turn it into a product. So we can make as much mozzarella cheese as we can. We can make as much bottled milk as we can with the goats, but everything extra, because right now the goat milk is really piling up. It'd be nice to be able to just directly sell that. So I will be looking into that. I'll probably place it somewhere near the farmer's market so it's not just like 2 feet from where we're making it, though that might make sense to not have to travel all the time and have our own selling location. But I'm gonna check it out after we do this harvest. And also taking a look at the soybean prices, they are rising. So hopefully next month we get to sell what could be around 70,000 liters of soybeans. And almost around the headlands twice, and on this field it didn't fill up the combine. So a little concerned about the yield on this. I guess this field's just not as big as the other ones. It's hard to see in the fog, but we got our auto drive set up all configured on this field as well. So they'll come and unload us now and we can continue on. But seems to be a pretty quick harvest. And then I think what we'll do with the wheat field is we'll probably have course play and auto drive take care of that while I flip this field and get it replanted. All right, I did update this mod. I haven't seen any of the backwards wiggling yet, so I don't know if that was fixed. I guess I could have read the notes. Yeah, I was hoping for about 20,000 liters, but it looks like we're just over 10,000 right now with just less than one. I don't think we'll fill this up again. So we'll get around 20 or 17, 16,000. And just finishing up, I don't think we'll get 9% here, so we should be good. Just waiting for the grain cart driver to wake up and realize we called him. Hello, buddy. What you doing? You sleeping? I think you're sleeping. Let's try again. Oh. Did that do it? No, let's go ahead and close this all the way. And then try again. Wakey, wakey. There, that worked. I mean, it works. So waiting for a call. I did call you already. It works sometimes it doesn't. I think the problem was I left the vehicle, so the call got canceled, I think is what's happening. And we're gonna gamble that we have enough fuel for this next harvest. I think we do. So we'll get this unloaded. I'll instantly get this set up on course play, and then I'll have to set a little bit of things up for auto drive for the grain cart, but then we're gonna start flipping this field right away after that. Okay, they've started the wheat harvest. We're gonna drop off the soybeans and see what our total is that we're gonna sell here probably in June. Oh, went a little too far there. Oh no. Oh no. What just happened? We're like, I can't get out of the combo. I can't get out and move. Look at this. It's just like, it's frozen right there. Okay, let's hope we can fix it. The nearest waypoints, go ahead. And they're missing a lot. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, oh, what? This isn't good. What is causing that? Oh, info display extension. All right, let's disable that. Additional field info. I guess that's getting shut off. Hopefully that's the problem. All right, we can move here. Now, let's get back in the vehicle we're having problems with. Let's get this going to nearest waypoint. And then hop out. Still having issues. Info display extension. Info display. Oh man. Info display extension. That's gone. And let's. Okay. It seems like that was the issue. All right. 70. We do have 70,000. Sweet. Just getting to the point where there's just so many mods going in here. The gameplay ones are the ones I like. All right. Let's hit record. Just cruising around, making this new course. I think, yeah, we'll turn left here and we'll call this one wait 3 and then finish the loop to finish the recording. And then we should be able to just change this to wait 3. And that should work. Ooh, look at that turn we took on this. That's hilarious. All right, let's connect those up. Turn recording off. Perfect. Now we switch over here. I should be able to just do this, and they should be all synced up. And it's ready. It's ready. I think it needs help. So we'll go ahead and shut those off. And I'm going to get in. Oh, where are you going? Okay. In here, we're going to get the cedar and get something planted. And I did get that started a little late, so hopefully they catch up and get into a good cadence moving forward. Let's see. Well, do we have seed in here right now? We don't. Okay. How much seed do we have? I think that's going to be enough. I'm going to gamble. And I do want to plant some canola. And then the other field will probably do the whole cultivation and get something totally different going. Oh, where are you going? Struggle bus over there, huh? And actually, I bet we do run out. I bet we do run out. Let's get some more in the ground here. So we'll get going. I'll keep an eye on that, and we will potentially... Oh, look at them unloading over there. Perfection. And they're gonna work together. Be a good team. But the canola is going in. Should be just a couple months. I think it's about 5 months before this is ready. And we'll be able to harvest it like the crop in front of us is going to be next month. I think we might do some sorghum soon, too. Did it not say 0 midnight was when the rain was coming? All done with that, but we got to stop this harvest. Like, what? Do I even know? I don't even know how to play this game. Yeah, I guess we... Yeah, this needs refueled. So let's go ahead and pause that. We're going to back out. I'm going to open this up, get it unloaded, and take a break. I'll be back. Loading back in here. The info extension mod, extra info extension mod, whatever it's called, 1.12 came out today while I'm recording this, and that's what caused it to break. Or the 1.6 Farming Simulator release came out, and that update to the mod came out along with it, or something along those lines. But upgrading the mods that you're downloading through ModHub is key to getting things to work. We got some lumber all stacked up that I did a little bit before I took a break from recording. And we're going to check prices, but we got a lot of goods over here. I think we're at like 30 planks, 41 planks to sell. Wow, what kind of money is that going to be? I mean, 4,200 each. That's a pretty payday. That's a pretty payday. Let's see where these are good to sell at. We're going to go to the farmer's markets. There's a little bit on here. 5,000 of each. Oh, let's make sure that mod is working now. Yep. And we should see all the extra info again. Mass, yep, category, dirt percentage, power, all is good. Mod is working. And this will be the start to our climb to $2 million for today's episode. Should be close to 90,000 right here. Maybe a little less. 78 is my official guess. And release. 74, I was close. We're at 1.65. Oh, while we're over here. Let's see. Let's hop in this way. It might not let me. Uh-oh, I don't like that. You guys can't see it, but the cursor had the little thinking icon. All right, so we want sales places. Extra large, so it'd be bigger. Land not owned by you. If I hit B, it doesn't matter. All right, I guess we will put it on the edge of our property. Let's think through this. 6 right here. Okay, so what we could do, we could buy this. And we could place this down. And then we're going to try to sell it, and it's not going to let us because there's... Oh, it still says not. Did I not just buy that? I bought this. Oh, dummy. Okay, so we sold that. We'll buy this one, which was more money. But I do kind of want it... Yeah, I want it in the same place. Let's see. Let's sneak it over here. Turn it this way. And we'll eat the cost for that. But this, you can't sell the land because of a placeable. Okay, so 490,198. 490,198. All All right, we are not going to build anything on there, but we own that land. And we might get some extra production costs now because of that, but I think it is what it is. Let's take a look at goat milk. We have a lot of that right now. Let's look at the price. Hey, so January or September. So in September, we'll be able to sell all that goat milk. And it is May now, and we didn't sell the silage last month because it wasn't ready. Let's check prices while it's raining on that. We'd have to wait a while if we don't sell it today. I think we're going to do that. We'll go ahead and do our selling event of the silage. Double check the soybean prices too while we're at it. They're going up. We'll keep an eye on that. And it stopped raining, so let's get the harvest going real quick. Nearest way. Oh, the course isn't loaded anymore. Let's see if nearest waypoint will work. And then on here, yep, that's good. Over here, get that running. They should be happy, waiting for call. And I think we'll still ×5 is what we want. I think we will still sell everything. Not everything, but the silage. And did we do the fertilizer here? Did we mess up? We did not. Okay. Whew. Multiple days recording today's episode. Forgot what we did yesterday. Let's make some money. 33,000 today, so we're losing about 2,000 per load. Eek. Might not be the wisest decision we make. This thing needs sprayed down big time. And the last bit, 12 more bales. It's not going to quite put us to 1.9 million, but we're right there. Definitely will hit our goal for this episode. We're going to blow it away, actually. I think we have plenty of daylight left. It is May. We could go pretty long in May. So I'm going to get the fertilizer put down on the new field we just planted and also treat it for weeds. And I think the harvest should be done by then. I think we'll probably hold off till baling in June. We'll probably bale the straw while the case cuts the grass. Yeah, I think that's my plan. Probably need to get the milk moved too. Yeah, I imagine we're probably out of milk in the production. 80 liters, so yeah, we need to get that done next. But this can get dropped here for now. Yeah, we'll have it do that. Why not? We'll do it real quick with the case. Yeah, the plan has definitely come together pretty well. I'm going to cut this way and kind of show off how bare it's getting up here. Got a little bit to our left still. I started cutting down a little bit of the smaller trees. Let's get this. Oh, they fixed it themselves. Didn't even need me. But yeah, you can see all the way up here is getting pretty bare. And then I went straight back. Took a bunch of the trees behind this field directly in front of us. Could take this field all the way up here now. Be a really mountain field. 1,300. All right. So they need unloaded. They should be taking care of that. We'll get this dropped off and then we'll get to doing the fertilizer. A couple quick jobs here to close out May, and we'll make sure that harvest gets finished too before we make it June. I might have to do a little bit that course play got messed up on when I reloaded. It makes no sense. The grass field has to be like ready to lime next time, right? We haven't done it in so long. It's gotta be ready. We'll find out in a few minutes, but I'm really, I don't know. All right, we have finished the fertilizer, have the weeds going, and we're gonna clean up the rest of this because I have a feeling they're gonna say they're done. So 20,000 in the silo and another about 16, almost 17, almost 18 going there next. Pretty good weed harvest here. They're starting to go through the TMR a lot more. So we're gonna do another load here before we make it June. I might actually do 2 or 3 loads just to be safe. Do we have enough horsepower for this? I think we might. All right, I think that's enough daylight for me. 5 o'clock in the morning. We're getting an early start. Early. Yeah, it seems to be pulling it fine. Let's make sure. Yeah, we want that as is. Get some straw bales here that I absolutely think these are going to be excessive. Like, we have a lot of straw bales at this point. Not sure what I want to put in this field yet, but we do have the canola, I believe it is. Or is it? Yeah, canola's getting harvested now. We have the grass getting cut. That's why we're using the good old Merlot here to do the baling. And it seems to be doing just fine. We need to get this done because they're going to catch up to us on the grass field. Soybeans are above peak price. I don't know if it's going to have the power, but we got to do it. Got to start selling them. It's gonna be multiple loads either way. Oh, it's being used. Yeah, we're gonna pause all of this. Yes, we are. All right, let's get in here. We're gonna go ahead and pause that. We can still get this done today. There is a storm coming at 10. That's why I started so early. I'll just not leave things running though. So it might put us a little bit behind on that field, but we'll figure it out. I don't know if it's mathematically gonna make sense to go add the extension or just deal with it. We'd have to do 4 trips. That's a lot. It's a far drive. So I think I will, yeah, I think I'll do this load, add the extension back on, and then when we sell the last one, we'll go take it off, do the whole song and dance. Still didn't install the toolbox mod thing. Let's go. It took a little while to get here, but we made it. Side tipping? Yeah, I think once we sell all of these soybeans, we'll be already at 2 million. That was almost 70 grand. Beautiful. Now I'm kind of questioning this. It was slow when it was full of 20,000 liters. How slow is this tractor going to be when it's all the way full now? Like 33,000, I think it is. And a full load of 37,500. It's going to be more than 100 grand right here, isn't it? Well, let's see. Almost $130,000. We're at 2 million already. And we got a lot to sell still. Planks are getting close. I've been watching the prices on those. They're about $200 away from where we want them. All right, I'm taking a weird route back, but look at that view. That's sweet. And this number won't be as impressive, but another close to 40 grand coming our way. Definitely would think this will push us to the 1.1 million. We're almost halfway there, money-wise. Could we get there today? It'll be close. I don't think we'll quite get there, but the rate we're going, we might hit 3 million next episode. Almost forgot to come back here and change this out. Really cool to have that flexibility. We're gonna have them get back at it. I think we still should be tracking good to get this harvest done before the rainstorm at 10. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. All right, 24 planks the first time. We'll go back for the rest. It'll be close to the same amount. And all that time that passed, we'll see. Well, we placed it. We might as well use the sell everything place. I have no idea how much this is going to be. Pretty penny, though. 92,000 plus 8 more. So that was 100,000. Nice. It was a fun idea to use the Merlot on the baler, but we need it. The grass bales are definitely a priority. Finally back. 21,000 liters. So this will be probably about 80 grand. A little picky little sales place. There we go. We are at 2.3 million. It's so much more efficient when course play is running the harvest and auto drive's doing the cart. It's just flying through this. How we doing over here? Looking good. Well, this might be perfect timing. It looks like they're heading this way to unload, and I was wanting to swap out tractors so we can use that John Deere over there with the cultivator. So I will take over and get it all set back up in a moment. Okay. Now, we did lose the baler, so we still have all that straw, so we're just going to leave that field as it is. All right, let's start using the steering wheel, Chris. I don't think we'll catch up. I think we'll be able to just kind of come behind here and cultivate where they've already been. And we still got to do the fertilizer on this field. So there's a little bit that they missed over here, but at this point, I'm not too concerned about it. So let's get going. The one thing I didn't take into account for my plans right now is that rainstorm. It's just about to show up right now. And we're still not done with the harvest. They're taking a little bit too long to unload over there. Ended up having to... It went to the silo, even though I don't think there was any reason to. Maybe there was, but... yeah, that was weird. And there is the rain right at 10 o'clock. You're not set up that way. We'll go ahead and pause it. 8 minutes left. That can just stay that way. We're gonna go here now and get through this rainstorm. Back to the harvest. Looks like we're gonna run into a traffic jam here. Pretty good timing though to flip this field this way. They're all finishing up the harvest. We're close. We got a little bit to do still of this cultivating. I don't know if they're gonna back up or not. We'll give them some room. Give them some room to breathe. I think because it's course play, they're gonna know that that's done, and so they're gonna go to their next step to unload that at the silo, I believe. Seems to be the case. Cultivation is all complete, and we are heading back to go get the planter because that's what's next. I think we're gonna do, I don't know, probably soybeans. And I originally was gonna use the planter because the case is being used, and that's the tractor that can use the seeder, so we could have switched the baler, but we've already cultivated, so I feel like we've got to use the planter to get the fertilizer down since we're doing 2 steps instead of just 1. And we lose the fertilizer when we use the seeder, so we don't want to have to do that extra step, if that made any sense. I think it did. So we have sorghum, soybeans already planted, so either way, we're gonna double something that we have, and I think we're gonna go with the soybeans. I guess that makes sense. It's a trailer hookup. Just trying to empty out the fertilizer. All right, let's get soybeans selected. Looks pretty good on the old 4755. Not bad. And away we go. Getting some more soybeans in the ground. More money. 2.3 million. Man, we're doing good. Wasn't even paying attention and we ran out of seed. I was just cruising, daydreaming. So I do know that we're gonna need some bale wrap soon. Actually, let's get this out of the way too. So we're gonna go grab some seed and bale wrap, and they're somewhat getting close to the areas they might get blocked again, but I can only worry about so many things at once. So I'll get these things ordered. We'll pick them up when we get to the store and get back to work. All right, if we're really perfect, we can do this. Yes. That's efficiency right there. Boy, you really start realizing how big this property is we got going when you're driving like this. So we need to drop off this seed and then head directly over to the baler because it needs the wrap. And that's filled up. Perfect. Okie dokie. Refill here. And they'll need more netting before they're done, but they won't need any more bale wrap. Away they go. And we can finally get back to planting. And just finishing up planting here. We do need to refill the baler, but we're gonna call it an episode at this point. We made all the money we're gonna make. This is the last job I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let them finish the baling and then we'll pick up right here. We'll have to do some fertilizing, some weeding, some harvesting. It's gonna be a busy one. We've got 18 months to go. We're $2.7 million short right now. I have a feeling by the end of this episode, we're gonna be really close to that $3 million mark and only be 2 million left to go. You know, a lot of the same that we've done in the last episodes. We're gonna treat our fields, make some progress there. Potentially make a new field. I've been thinking about things around that, so we'll see if we have time for that. 6,000 planks long and 5,000 wood beams today, and the wood beam price is great at the warehouse. That's a nice way to start the episode, $80,000. We do have fertilizer going on the grass field. We're gonna pick up the bales that we've neglected to for a couple months now on the old, I think it was it barley or wheat? I don't even remember what the crop was, but we do need to get that straw picked up and probably decide which straw or amounts of straw we're gonna sell. But before I get too far, I want to kind of just take a look at all the things we have and make sure we're not missing opportunities to sell things at peak prices. Canola, no way, we're good there. Wheat, it was wheat. Wheat, we're gonna have to wait till December. I don't know why it doesn't show up here, but we do know we have some goat milk, which we're gonna wait till September for that. So we'll probably do that this episode along with, no, the other goat stuff's not gonna go today. What about planks? I'm gonna go grab all the planks we have. It's not gonna be as many as last time, but we'll get those sold here next. Slurry would be good too, but it's just, I don't think we're gonna do anything with that. The other thing we wanted to look at is the buffalo. Buffalo mozzarella is September, even though prices are pretty decent right now, but we'll hold off on that. Okay, we got plans. Get the planks next, and then we'll get to that baling. And it was the best at sell everything, so we might as well do it. Another 16 grand puts us real close to 2.4, and we know with the silage we're gonna get well over 200,000, so that's gonna put us around 2.6 million there.
So that gets us at least to our goal. We want, 2.5, 500,000 every episode. So 2.5 would put us on task or on target for getting to the 5 million by December of year 5. But at this point, I'm looking at like next June, I'm hoping. Okay, just checking over here. They have 700 left. How much have they done? Decent amounts. They might need a little bit more, but we will deal with that when the time comes. Time to get to baling here so we can get this field flipped today. It's going to be a little hard to see everything in these weeds, but we'll manage. And I'm going to take a look after we do this at all the crops we have planted to kind of diversify. Plant something a little different this time. And the tank is empty. How much do they have left? Ooh, decent amount. All right, let's cruise on over to the shop. And I think we might do maintenance on both of these while we're over there. Yeah, it seems like a wise decision. All right, let's take a look here. How much is this gonna cost us? Just about $800 to repair this. I don't know if there's any value in repairing that, but this one for, yeah, $1,200. Let's go ahead and do that. Customize here. We do have the biggest extension already, and it holds 14,000 liters. So let's go ahead while we have, we know we'll go through it all still. So let's go ahead and grab 14,000 liters of fertilizer right now. It's going to be expensive, but we need it. So that was $26,000, $27,000 really worth of fertilizer, which I think the straw itself might pay for. Boy, that took a little bit. Get all these loaded up on here. I don't know if we've ever done this. Full load it's nice. Oh, you know what? We're here. Let's get some fuel. Okay, I just don't know if they'll finish this on their own, so it's just a little bit. So we'll go ahead and take over. That was pretty much perfect timing there. So we should just be able to follow this path. We look at the map here. It's just this final 2 sides of the headland. And then we'll get back to baling. Slow start to today, but we'll get going. Just kind of thinking, like, what do you guys listen to? Do you watch stuff in the background? I know a good amount of people do watch these videos while they play. I've been listening, to a mixture of country and rock and kind of just, trying to figure out what the best playlist for me to have in the background while I make content is, and kind of paying attention to how the energy of my voice sounds based on what I'm listening to. And certain playlists, I get a little too relaxed, I think. Yeah, let me know what you guys are listening to or are doing while you're playing. Always interested in that. Now, I am still shocked that we don't have to do lime anywhere yet. I mean, we're in year 4. I guess it was maybe year 2 when we did most of the lime. So I guess it's coming soon, but I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to the cycle of that without precision farming. Kind of lost track of all that in FS22. I thought it was every 2 years, but maybe it's 3. All right, we are all done here. And I think this will be needed. Oh, this is gonna be harvestable next month. Nice. But I think we'll need this. Yeah, this direction next. Yeah, we have 2 fields we need to fertilize. That's right. So we'll get that going on that while we finish the baling. And then how are weeds looking? Yeah, we need to do weeds on that field as well. Okay. And is anything ready to harvest this month? Oh, we do. All right, we got a lot to do still. We're gonna be busy. All right, we'll get them going here. And we'll get back. Oh no, I did that wrong, didn't I? Yep, okay. Just seems like this constantly gets put on the back burner as secondary. We gotta get this field flipped. All right, we gotta keep those workers moving. They did finish this job here. Let's get them over to the new soybean field. What is this? Canola, we got sorghum, I believe, to harvest. And then canola to harvest next month. And soybeans over here. All right, I think that's all we're gonna get. Let's go ahead and empty this one out because we're gonna sell it right away. And we'll turn that off. We'll take this over to where it's gonna be needed next, so the baler's in a good spot, but you know what, first let's clean it. Did a little bit of cleaning to prep for the episode, but a lot of this equipment's in bad shape right now. 95% dirt over here, 50% damage. Does the yield affect, like, does it pick up less when it's damaged? I don't know. I think we'll repair this as well before we pick up grass again. That just looks so much better. I don't know why I don't do it more often. Oh, that reminds me, we haven't moved the buffalo milk yet. So let's drop this off. We'll move the buffalo milk, get the bale trailer so we can pick up those straw bales. And I'm gonna check prices, but I'm pretty sure either way, I'm probably gonna sell those straw bales right now. And top off in a little bit here. So we have 1,300 liters. And we'll have to, did a couple loads, so I don't think we'll need to check their food, but before the end of the month, we will double check
And I think we're getting close to needing some grass for the goats, so we'll have to double check on that as well. Okie dokie, drop that off. And then let's double check goat milk, because I've been just storing them. We have 9,000 goat milk and 1,400 buffalo milk. And then over here, it's piling up. Yeah, 9,000 liters of goat milk piled up there. Let's grab the bale trailer, get that straw. And I think the timing might be pretty good to get the weeds going, but I'm not sure if they're done with fertilizer yet. Them water buffalo, happy water buffalo with all their trees, all their shade. Let's see, I don't know how many. Oh, yep, y'all want to keep that stuff moving. So let's go ahead and swap this out for the hoe and get these weeds taken care of. All right, they should be set there. Now we can finally pick up these bales. It's been kind of comical how long it's taken us to take care of this field. All right, so we have 24 here. We'll go see how much money this brings in. I don't think it's going to be a ton, but it's well worth it. Every penny is going to help get us to that $5 million mark. I was just taking a look. Silage prices aren't the best and they're heading down, so we might be holding on to the silage for a little bit. So we might not get to that 2.5 million, but it's fine. We know we have it. It's sitting right there. It's at least 200,000, even if we sold now. Just want to maximize it. Straw, I'm not really worried about. It's only like a $44 difference, which I guess is a bigger difference than it is for silage right now. I always second guess myself, but I'm gonna go with it. We have a lot more liters of silage than we do of straw, so it is more damaging to our bottom line to sell the silage early versus selling the straw farmer's market. Okay. Let's get it sold. And it is what it is. It's fine. Only 12 grand. It's okay. The snow has been insane lately here, guys. Just went up to get some water and it realized it's still snowing again. Grab some fuel, probably do some repairs as well here. And while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead, grab another set of seed. Spending a little more money than I want to, but we'll be okay. Yeah, that condition's terrible. 17 grand to repair this. My goodness. Oh, we were losing power though. Now I wanted to plant a crop that I could profit from before the end of the year, just being selfish here. But this is probably the last episode where we're gonna plant without it being super strategic. So we're gonna really try to maximize that money moving forward. I mean, we are already, but we're gonna take it into another gear. What's going on here? Oh man, we procrastinated the perfect amount. Get this put away, get the grain cart set up. We can finally get started on that sorghum harvest while I plant oats, and then I'll probably take over and finish the harvest. Some pretty good here in July. Clean this off, gotta keep things good. 7% damage, that's crazy. This thing's pretty durable. This is the biggest field besides the grass field, so this might take a little bit. I think we have plenty of time in the day. I don't see any weather in the forecast, so let's go ahead and get this set up correct. We'll go that direction. We'll make sure we do 2 headlands. So I did notice it's been defaulting to 0 on course play. There we go. And we'll go first waypoint. And no driver available. Let's see. Now it's good. Okay. So they're going to get started on that. And we're going to prioritize this task. All right, away we go. Putting some oats in the ground. The direct drill, very nice. Don't have to cultivate, but we will have to do 2 applications of fertilizer with the spreader, and we will have to take care of the weeds with the hoe. Sure are making a day out of it today. Getting this field finished up. They're doing pretty good on the harvest. Been keeping an eye on that. Making some good time here. Trying to decide what I want to do next, and I think I want to just finish taking care of this field. I think would be the ideal process right now. So we'll get this all put away. Get the fertilizer, and then potentially the weeds as well. And we'll see how the harvest is going and see if it needs help. Let's keep the good habit we're creating today going. Clean off the cedar. Yeah, 98%. Gets dirty fast. Still no damage after that though. Pretty nice. Yeah, this shouldn't take long at all. Tiny little field when it comes to this type of implement. And it looks like they need unloaded again. Doing the ups and downs now. They're done with the headlands. Now the harvest should fly at that point. Yeah, super quick job after doing that planting. But the progress is still good across the way. We'll get the hoe set up and then I'm gonna, evaluate what needs to be done just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, look at this. We are gonna need to lime this field, so things are making a little more sense, and we got a stare down going on here. This is not gonna end well. Why? Oh, well, that helps. Ma'am, thank you. All right, let's see how feed's going on these animals here. Looking good, looking good. How is the sawmill? Yeah, that's good. Sawmills, yeah, taken care of. We did that before this episode started. All right, so you're gonna go unload. You able to get there that way? Where are you going? Yeah, you're gonna go do your thing. Pretty enjoyable. Yep, 1350 lime bot. Money's just keeps going down, but we have a plan. We have a plan. We're gonna plant some more sorghum because it will be ready. Like if we plant it in August, we'll be able to harvest it in December and sell it by the end of the year. The oats that we just planted should be able to be harvested in November, and the best price is January, so that was strategic. And then I believe the fields that pretty much we're gonna do a ton of soybeans in the next cycle. So the field that we just planted next time will be soybeans. The field we're harvesting is we're gonna do sorghum again in it, and then soybeans after that. The canola we're gonna harvest in August. We're gonna try to flip that to be maybe a sorghum or oat field. I'll probably do sorghum because then that would be ready as well by December to sell it at tip-top price or peak price. So trying not to do the same crops all the time, but right now we're trying to maximize profit and get things. I kind of want to just be able to harvest and sell things quicker. And that way, if we keep doing this strategy, when it comes to the end of year 5, we'll be able to just not have anything sold at a cheap price. Like we want to sell everything at peak price if all possible. So that's the thought process. But we got the lime all prepped. I don't think this harvest is... I don't think they're deep enough into the harvest for us to not catch up, but I think we will somewhat try, because I do want to at least get it cultivated here in July and then plant it in August. So we'll do as much as we can, let them keep going, and then finish the lime. Yeah, they're moving pretty good now. All right, we'll go get as far ahead as we can, or we get as far as we can on this, and then we'll take a break. You know what I mean. We'll figure it out. I think we got as far as we can now. We're gonna go ahead and stop right there. Let's back up just a hair from when we pick back up. And it is time. We will be taking over, finishing this harvest, because otherwise we're not gonna get everything done. Grain cart's coming. We did fill up. Called him in plenty of time. I'm not sure why I don't have as good a luck with this as Course Play does. Need to read the instructions a little better, but not too much to do left on this field. We'll get the lime applied, we'll get it cultivated, and then it'll be time to be August. Alrighty, we're almost done here. Quite a grind of a harvest. Feel like most of it was waiting for our helper, but I just got to figure out auto drive a little bit better. And yeah, they have plenty of capacity, so we'll be able to just fill them up at the end here, get back to liming, and then cultivating. Long July. Long July. And unloading the last bit here. And we'll take a look at what the total is after they successfully drop it off at the silo. Oops, this is the one we wanted. So now I want to go ahead and tell it to, yep, that'll do it. Okay. We'll get this off the field so we can finish liming and then quickly get to cultivating. And we'll just make sure it's out of the way. Maintenance, I think we'll want to do pretty soon on this. Last task of the day. And then we'll get to August. Keep saying that, I know. We'll get there. Get this cultivated, we'll get it planted next month. I'm itching to make more money though. I don't like the fact that we're still sitting at 2.3. It's in the bag, guys. A little bit of daylight left. Cruising along here, getting it done. Been thinking about a lot of upcoming series. Good little brainstorming session I've had going while cultivating. It's fun. I got some cool ideas for you guys in the future. Can't wait to share them. It's just gonna take time. Can't do it all at once. Definitely got to get the lime off of this. That's something we don't like. Oh, we're losing power over here. There we go. Pressure washer's not working very good. 6% damage just doing that. Man, used equipment. Was this used though? The hours on this thing, not that thing. Yeah, I don't remember, guys. But the maintenance seems to be dropping quick at this point. 30 hours into it. All right, just do a little bit of chores here to make sure we're good to make it August, and we'll make it so. Starting out with rain this morning, which means we'll probably want to focus on planting because we can do that in the rain. We don't want to harvest in the rain. 700 seeds. I'm not sure that's going to be enough, but we'll give it a shot. Great demand at the sell everything, huh? Let's check prices of things. I guess basically silage is the big thing we're worried about right now. Prices aren't terrible. Might end up selling today, we'll see. All right, get it all topped off with fertilizer. And we'll see, I don't remember if there's seed in here, but we're gonna gamble with the 700. Oh, there is a little bit, all right, change it to sorghum. And we'll top it off, and we should be good. Man, this is starting to feel like a small implement now. It's all right, though. And we should have the field in the back there ready to harvest, I believe. Oh, it looks like it's not. That's kind of good, because what we got going on right now. All right, so we'll just do exactly what we just did. Drive over this field a ton of times. And I think it'll be good. Away we go. Again, sorghum, this will be ready in December, so we'll be able to get it all harvested and sold before the end of year 4. So I did want to address the channel a little bit and some changes you're probably seeing and maybe confused by. We've been very inconsistent with video length, with release schedule. I've been chasing things and dealing with things that in a certain way that needs to be improved, and burnout's the big thing I've been trying to avoid with some of these changes, and I think I finally found a schedule and a plan that's gonna work. And really what I did was I went back and watched a lot of Cattle Ranch and Whiskey RP, because honestly that was when I was having the absolute most fun with this channel, along with the farm rescue, which all 3 will be coming back relatively soon. They're all planned. They're being planned. But moving forward, it'll probably be smaller chunks of content, a little bit smaller or shorter videos that are focused on a smaller amount of time. I've flirted with the idea of doing 3 months at a time like we're doing in this series. I flirted with the idea of doing even longer per video. And the stress level, the pressure that puts on me to try to do those quick enough to have a decent release schedule with the absorbent, is that the word? The increased amount of time per video that goes into it, where I don't mind doing that, but I really looked back at the analytics and looked back at everything on the channel, and the channel performed a lot better when we're doing smaller videos that then were digested into supercuts a lot better. And so there's a large amount of the audience that's going to want the longer videos. They will still be coming out. They're just going to they won't be as regular as they were. And that's what the burnout was. I was really trying to chase views and chase the big videos and the supercuts to bring in more revenue, and just being completely honest. And the burnout was constant. So I'm going to go back to making content the way we did early on with this channel when it really started growing, and try to get back to a good mental state. And I think I have a plan for that. So the one thing that you're going to learn about this channel if you're new, and the thing that you know if you've been here a long time, is I am as transparent as they come when it comes to sharing information with you guys. I don't know if it's for the betterment of the channel or if it's something that actually hurts and turns people away, but that's me. I try to be transparent. I try to share as much with you as possible that doesn't, I don't know, I like to say I'm an open book, and that's why these time lapses will show me using speed override, because I'm playing the way I want to play and trying to deliver content that I feel like you guys would find very entertaining. And finding the balance of the full-time job and the life. And I know I've ranted about this a lot in the last few months, and I'm hoping this is the last one, especially on this channel. I just felt like it was worth sharing with you guys that the videos are going to be shorter and a little bit of an explanation why. But there should be more videos coming out more regularly than there would be if I went the other direction. I would rather give you guys 6 to 7 videos a week than 2 to 3, or 1 to 2 sometimes. depending on what's going on in the given series. And all finished here. Well, finished with planting. We got to weed it still and then do another application of fertilizer next month. So moving good though. I think we'll take a look at everything else because I believe we want to do the weeds on this, and I'll probably use one of the other John Deeres for that while we switch to doing fertilizer on the field to my right, which I believe needs its second application. But we'll clean all this equipment and then jump straight to that. Man, rainy August. And just double checking everything. Let's go ahead and go weeds. We know the new one we planted is getting taken care of. We can fertilize this one today, but not the one that we just planted. Everything else looking good. I think 5,000 will be plenty to get going here. And it is hard to see, so definitely using guided steering here. Here we go. We'll go ahead and get all this done. And we're gonna check prices on everything one more time, just in case there's some sneak surprises in there. Maybe sell a little bit of lumber next and move around some milk. And then check silage as well, because I want to see this number higher. All right, how's this looking here? Yep, just a little bit more to do after this pass. Looking good. And just finishing up the fertilizer here, and they're doing a good job with the weeds. But I think it's time to check on those prices and see if there's anything worth selling. Let's start with the prices of silage here. $6 difference. I think we're gonna do it. And I think we're going to grab the case because it's the fastest. All right, and where was it the best price at? Was the farmer's market. Be 33,319. We'll be well above 2.5 million when we end today's episode. And that means we're financially halfway there with 14. Well, it'll be 16 months to go. And we've passed the 2.5 million mark with about 3 more trips to go. So we'll be pushing 2.6. And the last load here is only 13 bales. Won't quite get us to 2.6, but we got a plan to get there. All right, got us close. This should do it. 4,000 wood beams, 4,000 planks long. Great price at the warehouse. Goat milk didn't get as high as I was hoping today, so we're gonna have to hold off till September to sell that, but we're gonna be, well on our way to 5 million here. Next episode, we might eclipse the 3 million mark. It'll be very close. And it'll be 2 million to go at that point. We've got this, like I said, it's in the bag. It's just a matter of time. And there's another 60 grand there. So we're at $2.65 million. Ending today's episode in August here. 4 months to go in year 4. And I'm almost thinking we'll get to close to 4 million at that point. Fingers crossed. Welcome back to the 5-year challenge. We are going to try to get our yields up. We're going to take 20% damage, 100% dirt. Yes, we're going to take some advice that we've been getting that yield is affected, or damage is affecting yield. So if I can find, there it is. So we're going to repair all this stuff. $171 for that. About 600 there, and another 1,000 for the tractor. Let's go ahead and send this one on home. Top off on fuel. Fuel's fine. We'll go to grass parking and they'll go on their way. We'll get the baler all maintained as well and cleaned before we get started. And I didn't make it September either. So let's do that. Okay, so over here, we're almost 4 grand there. 400 bucks here. And we'll do the same. Let's get that home. Grass parking. On your way. And that'll give us some time to get it to September and get this field in a state that we need it to be. We want that second growth state on the grass field before we get cutting on it. And I believe in September we'll also have another field to harvest. Let's take a double check at that. Growth, these ones will not be ready, but this awkward field will be, and I'll probably do that myself to get started. All right, let's grab this tractor. We're gonna get it all cleaned up and prepped to cut the grass in the morning. All right, the mowing has started. Let's get this all sprayed off as well before we have it follow it. And we'll probably babysit this a little more than we normally do to make sure we get it done as efficient as possible and as quick as possible. And first waypoint as well. Here they go. Should be right on their tail, and we will have to pick up bales and get them out of the way to make sure they can keep on going. But that won't be too bad. Let's go ahead and we're gonna reset this bad boy just to get here a little quicker. Kind of interested to see what cost of maintaining this is gonna be. So less than 1,000 there and less than 400 here. Not too bad. And we will top this off with fuel while we're here, since it takes so long to get here. And let's check that used market just in case. Still no harvester. This could come in handy though. I think we will leverage the telehandler here to pick up the bales. And I'm going to get going on that so that we can get these bales out of the way for the mower. I think the harvester, even though I had it on auto drive, is gonna run into some trees, so it's gonna get stuck. We'll have to check on that in a little bit. But definitely wanted to get rolling here. Let's get this fog. Let's see if we can get to like 8 o'clock and if the fog will go away. It's a little strong. I do love it, but not sure how well it comes across on the recording. Okay. Apparently we're making a little bit of food for... Actually, this is kind of a good mistake. Let's see how many we have. And I think that's where it's gonna run into the tree. People, don't look. Don't look. Okay, so good mistake. We had some grass bales that we can give to the sheep. I'm gonna go try to catch up and then turn on the wrapping. So a little bit less income will be coming in from this cutting session. And we're gonna have to double check on how much hay we have left as well. If we do this right, this could be the last time in the challenge that we have to make grass. So I think I will get one more bale after this. Yeah, let's switch over, let this one come out, and then we'll turn wrapping back on. Oh, goat milk has an issue. Let's stop this because I don't think, let's make sure we're good. Turn wrapping on, there we go. Nearest waypoint. Perfect. I think we are gonna upgrade to that other flatbed trailer next, and I did just recognize that goat's milk is ready to sell. Above peak price at the Sell Everything location. Oh no, how long is this storm? Oh, it's a good one. That's gonna mess us up a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and pause that. Though I don't know if grass has the same effect as other crops. I could have waited to see the warning, but we'll shut that off. And I guess we're doing a little bit of chores here. Why are we, because I did the time. I didn't slow down the time, guys. Oh no. Oh, buggers. All right, we're gonna get past the rain and then we're gonna slow it down to ×1. That's how I'm gonna do it. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. No wonder the goat's milk got full. All right, now we gotta slow down to ×1 here. We'll let the rain catch up. It should go away. Yeah, we gotta wait for it to go away. All right, let's get this transaction done if it's still there. What a mistake. Again, I could start over. I like showing it. It's fun. Some people might be like, it's a challenge. You made a mistake, live with it. It's a video game. We're having fun, guys. Having a blast. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's go ahead. We're gonna do the whole song and dance here. And get this sold. And then hop in here. It's gone. That's okay, we bought it anyways. My favorite trailer. The funny thing, as long as we get that grass field cut by midnight, I think we're still on pace for what I need, because I do not plan on reflipping the field on the hill. I do plan on just letting that go away. Should be clearing up here. Come on, game. Yeah, so like I said, we're gonna plan on not using the hill anymore. I just don't enjoy working on it. I think it was a mistake, and we'll just let it sit there as is after we harvest it. It's gonna make for a dark episode, but it'll be fine. Is it finally gone? Is it finally going away? Then it's gone. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna go here. Go back over here. Nearest waypoints. Get going. All right, well, it'll be pretty late in October when that silage turns, but I don't know if it's gonna be at a good price. So it might be November or December. It might be late October when we sell it. We'll figure that out when we get there. But 15,000 liters of goat milk heading to the Sell Everything location. Hopefully prices didn't dip too much. Let's, we'll drive straight and then take a look at that. Actually went up. They're beyond above peak price. And we'll check everything else after this, but this is a pretty penny we're about to get. Alrighty, let's go ahead and unstrap. Slowly drive over here. 138 grand right there. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna get back home, take a look at the prices of everything, and figure out what else there is to sell. I imagine we ran out of milk. Yes, we did. So we gotta get that going, though. I am kind of debating deactivating that. I think we're gonna just let the buffalo milk kind of grow and accumulate. over the next 12 months. All right, we are gonna sell the lumber next, but I wanna get some of these bales out of the way because they're starting to become an issue. So we'll deliver these over near the goats and then pick up the rest. All right, I think we got ourselves a good head start on the bales now. Let's get this shut off. Fuel's getting low. They're doing good here. Trip number 2 to the store. Planks are not at a good price today, so we will just sell these 2 and sell everything for the win. Another 50 grand there. We got a lot in planks too, so that's building up, but we're at 2.8, so close to that 3 million. That's our goal for year 4. I think we're gonna blow it away. I think with the dairy, now that we have to sell everything, we're just gonna go through this goat's milk and then deactivate the production. It doesn't seem to be that much worth it if we can just sell the milk directly. Chaos today. Let's see what we get here. Almost 200,000. We just crossed the $3 million mark. Wow. In September. 2 million to go, guys. Chaos. I think that's everything we can sell for now, and the dollar amount absolutely makes me happy. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pick up these bales. We're gonna help out with this harvest of grass, the silage process. I never know what to call it. The cutting process, the mowing process, and get this stuff done. And then we'll move on to harvesting that canola. Lots of stuff's gonna be ready to sell in December. So that's our next goal, our next important date. And at this point, oh man, I'm kind of hoping we get to like 3.5 by the end of year 4. The baling's all done. We do have this in the field that I want to move. Dropped it off because I didn't know if they're going to need more, and we just had to load it once. So I don't know if there's a change recently in the game. When we first started this challenge, I had to reload that thing 3 times every time we'd harvest it. Lately, it's only been 1. Or, you know, the initial load and then a second one. So I guess we're using less wrap than we were originally. But to finish up September here, not a lot going on. We're gonna hold off for that harvest until October and figure out what we're gonna do with that field. I think we're just gonna leave it be. But we do need to feed the cattle. And I think I could see in the distance, there's still 6 hay bales. So we have 3 more feeding sessions that we can get through. So I think we're good with hay for now. I just don't want to do any work we don't necessarily have to do, trying to just keep progressing. Let's get the TMR mixer and start getting a mix going. Look at that moon coming up. That's nice. And we'll go ahead and snag 2 of these hay bales to start with. Really thought cutting this area would go a little further than it did, but that's all right. All right, 2 hay bales should be good, and then we'll do 1 straw and the rest silage. Go ahead and open this so we can see it though. All right, you guys gonna play nice today? Come on, you can do it. There we go. 100% hay, we knew that would be the case. Let's grab 1 straw bale here. And this one, is this a full bale? It is. Okay, that's perfect. And a couple other things that we got to get done. We need to check. I'm scared to look, but I have a feeling we're going to have to do lime and fertilizer right now on that field. And there we go. Straw will drop in. And then it's going to be a bad mixture until we get these 2 silage bales. That was fun. No one saw that, right? All right, first silage bale going in. Then we'll have to go grab a second bale. Should have grabbed them both at the same time. How did this one get out here? All right, this should, oh, we are a good mix right now, barely. That's pretty cool to know. Do that, and to maximize this, let's grab a little more silage, and we should be good to just fill it up the rest of the way with silage. Straw, let's see, the ranges should be pretty safe, yeah. Hay's dropping a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that as we just kind of lower this in here. Make sure hay doesn't go too low, and we should be good. By perfection. You know, typically you'd want to use the maximum amount of straw that you could, the maximum amount of hay, and the least amount of silage. But with our setup, it seems a lot cheaper to make silage, even though you get more money from it. So we'll get this feed mixture all, you know, dropped off to the cattle here. There was one in here earlier. Ah, it moved. Got some babies. Looking good. That can stay there for now. Let's go ahead and look at this menu. All right, let's push the button. Close it. Still nothing. Okay. We're not gonna complain. We are gonna grab the case, get the spreader though, and get some fertilizer put down. Having an issue with the original bale trailer. I need to check if there's an update for that mod. All of a sudden it didn't want to let me unload the bales, so we started using the flatbed one, the silver flatbed, which actually holds more bales with our configuration, so pretty sweet. And good thing I checked, there's another field that needs some fertilizer, so we're gonna get that taken care of as well. And we have plenty over here, so we should be good. And I guess we should turn on some lights. I need to dive into some videos and watch them on YouTube to see how these nighttime ones look when they're rendered and compressed after YouTube does their thing. Because I shy away from them because I think it'll hurt some people's eyes, but I don't know. It's not my house. It's way better. It's been a rainy year. Rainy year. All right, we got the grass taken care of. It is now November. Jeez, I can't even read. It's now October. So let's go ahead and cruise this over to that field. It looks like this is gonna be a short rainstorm, but we gotta see, I don't think there's anything else to do in October. So unfortunately, this might be somewhat of a short episode. And I debated doing November in this episode as well, but then I started looking into how much work's gonna be done in November and December, and I feel like I need to keep the cadence going with 2 months right now. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. All right, we got this prepped over here, just kind of waiting. And let's see, should be good with, I almost said dog food, guys. We should be good with the cattle's feed. They are looking good in the cow barn. We have 24,000 TMR still, and food is looking good for the goats. Could do it with a little bit of lumber work, which might be what we do here. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do next. And we got some goods to move around at the sawmill. There's little tasks we can do, but I just have been doing a lot of that off camera lately because it's all the same, guys. It's like, do you want to watch me move pallets over to the storage? Maybe you do. Maybe I'm wrong. We need to add some food over at the goats later on. I'm gonna grab a tree or two here, and hopefully the rainstorm is done by the time we get done with that. Starting to thin out over here as well. I'm driving straight down the line because I think these two tall boys over here is what I want. Even though these ones seem to... Oh yeah, this is all ours. Okay, so we're gonna go after these ones right here. These right here. This is our next victims. Let's go this way though. We'll do that one, and this one looks like it's not on our property, so we'll grab this one here, which is just on the property's edge. Where'd it go? There's the first one we cut down. And then what happened? Oh, it's right here. It didn't fall. Let's see if they'll both just come with me here. You know, we could have switched tractors with a more powerful one, but this will get the job done. Just waiting out the rainstorm anyways. Just cruising along. No way, I thought I was gonna get stuck. Is this actually gonna work? No way. Nice. All right, so that's 2 trees. Got us up to 10, so we can handle that the rest of the episode. That's good. Can this double as like storage? Like, we're never gonna get stuff all the way over here. Let's double check everything. I always feel like I forget stuff. So up here, weed-wise, we're good. Fertilizer-wise, looks solid. We don't need to lime anything. We just need to harvest once this rain goes away. So let's grab this, and we'll get the grain cart over there and get ready to start harvesting. And no straw to pick up, so that'll be all right. And I think if we have time after this storm, we probably need to make some more hay. Seems like the perfect time to do that, so that when we run out, if we don't have the ability to, you know, focus on that, we won't be screwed. So I think that's the plan for the rest of October. Get this harvest done, and then we'll make some hay. And I'm so scared to skip time since I screwed up so bad last month. But let's check the weather. Yeah, it should clear up here in a little bit, hopefully. Ooh, in April we have a tornado. And while we wait here, I figured we'll Could make some more money. Let's get some more cash in hand. All right, we are gonna head to the warehouse here to sell this stuff. And then the the actual goat milk will have to go to sell everything. So it won't be a huge impressive number, but something to do to kill some time. Oh, both will have to go to sell everything. Okay, so that was 29,000. And this should be a pretty penny too. Maybe 15 grand. Oh, nice, about 30 grand. I was halfway there. Oh, any minute now. Any minute now. I'm gonna start getting it warmed up. Let's check the used market. Oh yeah, that was in there, that's right. Yeah, it'd be nice to harvest some canola, Mother Nature. You know, just hanging out, listening to the rain. It's raining in real life too. I imagine this has to be an intentional feature where it shows that it's just cloudy and not raining, but it is raining. Like when I check the weather app in real life and it says, you know, no chance of snow, and all of a sudden we get 3 inches. It's gotta be that way, right guys? Which is kind of cool to add to the realism if it is that way. Okay. Finally get to harvest our canola here on the tough field. I think I am gonna just do this myself. At first I was gonna have a worker do it when we're gonna do this in September. But there's no need for that. I think we'll have to unload this 3 times, and that'll be it on this field, so not too much work for me to do on my own. And this fog is crazy. Was this a problem before? I don't remember this being an issue. But I haven't harvested this myself in a while. Maybe we will just run cart here. Let's go ahead and we'll see what happens. No, you know what? Stop it, Chris. We have nothing to do. We got to do this ourselves. Got to do it ourselves. There's nothing else going on. It's not like I can multitask. Seems like a pretty dense crop, being that we've gotten 61% on one headland. It's too bad it takes like 7 months. I think it's either 6 or 7 months for canola to grow. Otherwise, it would be something that we would focus on a lot, because if we look in here and go back to crops, we have 29,000 liters and it peaks at 2,100. So the fact that it does yield so well, man, it would be a good crop if we were able to grow it more often or quicker. All right, one headland done. Let's do another one. And I guess we'll be unloading a little bit more than I thought we would. What was that? What was this? What is this? What is this? No. Is it worth it? Is it worth? Let's look. Let's look. Let's finish. I got excited there. Let's finish this harvest, and then let's look and see if that's worth it and do some math. I just don't think selling the slurry is worth it, and I assume I can sell it with that machine or with that implement. Let's see. Let's take a look. The slurry container is used as an interim storage for slurry. You can fill it from other slurry tanks. But can you sell it from this? I would assume you can. So if this is $22,000 and we go look at, let's go in here and we go look at the price of all the ridiculous slurry we have, it peaks at $100, right? Around $100. So that's $13,000 worth of slurry, or is it $130,000? See, it's $13,000. No, it's not worth it. Did I do that wrong? Did I do that wrong? So 100. Let's go in here and look at it again. 136,000. I'm just going to use that as a rough number. Divided by 1,000 gives us 136 times 111. It's 15,000 bucks. It's not worth it. I say no. So that harvest gave us another 13,000 liters of canola, which will convert into around $27,000. What is going to be ready next month? Yes. Excellent. Have at least one harvest in December or in November, and then I think we have 2 then or 3, and yeah, it's gonna be a busy next episode. Lots of selling, lots of harvesting, especially that December month. Woo! So we got to remember to shut off the working or change the working. What is that even called? Toggle working mode. Control Y. We want this to be like that, and we'll turn them both on. Get them both lowered. Get them both lowered? There we go. And we're gonna do the lazy man's bale pickup here. I'm just gonna hope this front mower can line up good and push this bale where I want it. Is all of this gonna be grass now that we've cut it once? No way. All right, well, that didn't work. Maybe we won't be a lazy man. Maybe we'll have to move them. But I don't see any gaps yet in grass dropping. So is that key on this map? Cut it once, it grows back as meadow and it's all grass? Fascinating. Oh, maybe we didn't cut all the way to here before. Interesting. All right, let's bust this out. So we got 10 bales last time cutting this whole area. I want to cut the same spots and see if we get a little bit more this time. And I guess we're widening it just a hair so that I can bump that. Oh, no, I didn't want to do it that way. Okay, that works. We got to get those out of the way. That was, I don't know. I got to stop being lazy, guys. I thought it would be funny. It didn't work. It didn't work. All right, let's just do right there. We'll lift all of this. But I'm feeling pretty confident in our financial situation. So I'm going to make a quality of life decision right now. I'll see you at the store. We are here with the windrower and the tedder, and we're going to sell it. Sell them. And we'll do the whole thing because I did see a video that you get a little bit more money when you repaint and everything. So we'll do that. 13,000 there, but after the repairs and all that, you know, it was a little less than that. But that gets us close to 3.1. Let's look at the store now. That would be interesting, but we don't want to spend that much money. What do we got here? Sugar beets. Okay, nothing. Let's go to grass care. Our grassland. And what's the horsepower requirement on this? 100. Yep, that's going to be ours. 44,000 on a tedder. And windrower wise, we have enough horsepower for this as well. So we'll go ahead and buy it. 94,000. We're below 3 million again. Oh no. And we might regret this, but we're going to spend a decent amount of money right there. We might regret that. Only time will tell. Okay, let's get fuel while we're here. Yeah, let's get some fuel while we're here. Oh, so destructive with the spending. All right, that's good. 403. I believe this is the setup we had for Cattle Ranch, and I absolutely loved it. So we'll be using it here, utilizing it. So much more width. Gonna get this done so much faster. In phase 2 of this process, just about done here. The windrower should be super quick as well, and the baling. So this is something that we just really sped up our production time, and I feel like now if we have to do this again while we have harvest and everything, it'll be much more manageable. Can't wait to be able to spend money on sheds and design this place up, guys. Just can't justify those costs. I can justify the 200,000 I just spent though. Was it like 250 almost that we spent right now? Almost. I think we spent around 300,000. We might regret this. And phase 3 done. Got what, 5 rows here to pick up. So what we're gonna do, let's take a look at this. So we know that there's 4,500 liters per bale. So we had 45,000 liters last time we cut this area. Now that we have a different baler, we'll have to do some math and see how many liters we do get out of it. There's a little extra, I think, because we had a partial bale. Oh no, I don't think we did. I think we just stopped picking up when we got that last bale. And no reason not to turn these into the 240 centimeter bales. So we'll go ahead and do that, get this all going. And away we go. Looks like these bales are 8,000 liters. So 5 of them would be 80,000, which would be awesome. I mean, we've already done more. There's no doubt this yields better the second time around. That's so good. That's cool. Good to know. If we do another series on this map, absolutely good to know. Or for the rest of you that are thinking about using this map or are using it, it's pretty slick. Oh no, 10 would be 80,000. Oh my goodness, Chris, do some math correctly. But 5 would be 40,000, 10 would be 80,000, and we're gonna get over 80,000. So we're gonna get like double what we got last time. All right, just pick up this last little bit. We'll unload. Well, let's shut it off, and then I think we can unload it, right? Yes. Oh no, we want that partial one too. No, we'll leave it in there because we're gonna do hay. So that does show us 10. So we got 80,000 liters. Beautiful thing. So in theory, we might be able to get away with just one of these bales per mix, but we'll see. And the last thing we're gonna do today is get our money. Well, attempt to get our money back above 3 million. All right, let's see how the prices are. Actually, let's check, see if Sell Anything is a better place for this. Okay, they're the same. 33 grand per trip. Should be pretty good today, but this should be less trips if we do it this way. And it shows us that it's silage. I like it. So we have a little bit left, but I don't think we're gonna quite get as much as we need here. Yeah, we're gonna be a little shy, I believe, of 3 million when we end today, but that will be okay. That goal originally was 3 million by the end of year 4. We have 2 months left. And the last load of the day. Is it far enough? Oh, close, close. Oh, are we gonna get 6,000 right here? No, just short. That's gonna do it for today, though. Next episode, we'll finish year 4, and gosh, we're gonna be pushing. We're gonna be pushing 3.5. Pushing 3.5 next episode. I'm Socksway Up. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you on the next episode. Tractor is right where I left it. Is anyone surprised? Welcome back to the 5 and 5 challenge. Today we are going to wrap up year 4. We're gonna go out with a bang here. We're gonna try to make a ridiculous amount of money. And one of the things I've been wanting to do big time is change when we're cutting the grass. So in November here, we're gonna cut the grass again. It's at that first ready to harvest state. So we're gonna get that rolling once I go find where we left them. We'll get it cut, and then we're gonna look at a production that I downloaded that I'm tempted to do to get rid of the terribly, terribly long process it takes to bale all this grass. Baby steps, we'll get there. But it is November. Let's double check what's ready to harvest here. 1 field, and then we'll have 2. Okay, so we won't have 3 in December. That's a little better than what I was expecting. I thought all 3 would be ready. It'll be all right. I think whatever that field is that's not ready to harvest, this one. Let's see what's in that field. Canola. That's right. So we canola should still be good price-wise in January when we cut that, or when we harvest it. So it should be good. It should be good timing-wise, and then we probably won't be doing canola anymore. We'll be doing some math. We might see if we can sneak in soybeans after we harvest that field that I think is, let's know, is sorghum. So yeah, sorghum's gonna be a good price in probably December or January, which will be really helpful. And this thing's not too dirty right now, so I think we'll go ahead and just let them go and do their thing. And we're gonna take a look at this new production that we might start using. I'm undecided on it. First waypoint, there you go. Still a little dark, but let's hop in the sky here. And I thought a perfect spot for it would be right around this area. I think I kind of want to put it like right here. I don't know what object's overlapping there. Yep, we'll do it like that. And it kind of has some dirt here. That's not going to work. That seems much better. Okay, so the front is technically here. We put it, we do that on this channel. So 4 million, this is what we want. This is what we want. So as long as bales are able to be, oh, this isn't what we want here though. Oh, booty. Okay. That's okay. We've done that before. Here's waypoints. And then what we're going to do is check some specs on our new baler. So it requires 195 horsepower. What does this one? 190. We can try it. Let's try it. I have a better way to try this out with this guy. A bale's a bale, all right? Shouldn't matter if it's square or round. So we'll take this straw bale. We're going to take it over there, see if it'll accept it, see if we're going to have that same problem. And if it doesn't take it on the ground, I have an idea of something else to try. Okay, let's see what happens. It just doesn't work, huh? They just don't accept bales. So that's not gonna help. Not gonna help. It's not gonna do it that way, guys. It's all gotta be loose. So let's double check. I think it said it did take straw, right? Yeah. Okay. So be it. But we'll let that do its thing. It's time to get going on this harvest. Might as well get rolling on it. There it goes. It got up to speed. It was making me a little nervous there. It was only going 4 miles an hour. But it looks like we have some oats to harvest here, which should be good to sell in December. So just adding on to that stockpile of what we're going to make money this episode. And I'm like, I don't think we're going to make it there, but I would love to see us at 3.5 by the end of this episode. And when we turn the corner here, I think I will adjust this to have swath dropping. So we'll create some more square bales of straw when we get a chance. We'll probably do that today because we are going to want to flip this field, get it planted in November so we can get to December and do a lot of selling and 2 more harvests. Kind of thinking through that factory, and I'm not sure it would have been the best decision anyways. I really want to get to the point where we can use one of those and have one that actually functions for us. I guess a forage harvester is what we're going to have to use for that. And that's just not ideal right now. It's a lot of silage, and that's what I'm kind of thinking through. I set them up on course play, so they're redoing what I already did. But yeah, so like thinking through it, I don't completely know if it would have been worth it. We would have had to buy a large semi, or not a semi with a large trailer for it to even make sense, like to save us trips, like figuring out what would the benefit. I'm struggling with my thoughts, guys. What would the benefit have been to doing that? I think the only thing I can think of is we don't have to wrap a bunch of bales and we could use a square baler and get it done quicker. That is the only benefit. And I thought it was a great idea, and I still think it's a good idea. I just, for that size of a field, I wouldn't want to use a forage harvester to pick up all the grass and then slowly get over there and dump it. It's just a thing, right? So we'll run cart here so we can jump back and forth to switch the case to the baling process. And I think we're just gonna cruise through the next 14 months if we even need to get that far to get to $5 million. And while we're waiting for a few things to get done, we might as well go make some money. The warehouse. Let's get that money back above 3 million. It'll make me feel better. Alrighty, let's just get these sold. $59,000 there. We got back above $3 million. So we're gonna start planning the rest of this. Okay, so December, the prices are gonna peak, and they are above peak price for canola. And they might be next month, so we could do double selling there. Gosh, I'm excited about that. So prices are still waiting a little bit for sorghum. Wheat still needs to go up a little bit. Buffalo milk needs to go up till February, so we won't be selling that today. What about goat milk? Needs to go up a little bit. And planks, we're gonna have to wait till around June, so that'll be around when we sell any soybeans that we generate between now and then. But that is what we're gonna plant in every field. Gosh, so once this harvest is done, I think we're gonna switch this configuration out and get the canola sold. Kind of comment asking why we're not making more fields if we have more land, and the answer is I don't know what I want to do with this land if we go past 5 years, and I don't need it. We don't need it to make $5 million, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I just don't feel like there's a need, and I think we're managing enough right now when it comes to the amount of fields that we're working on and trying to just get this challenge finished for you guys. Those are my reasons, guys. All right, just moving some bales, but they are done with the yard work. So we're going to probably grab the case. We're gonna get the windrower and attempt to clean up this headland here real quick. While we're driving over, I did want to check on the lime state of that field we're harvesting. Yep, I expected it. That makes complete sense. So if we turn on, oh, we're not gonna have the guidelines, but I want to see if this lines up. When I come in here and do this, it's not gonna line up right. So we need to drive on the center to make sure that when we pick up the bales with course play that it'll work. So we'll cruise like this as much as we can to help out. But I did want to also see, like, the width of this isn't quite big enough for us to row this whole thing into less swaths. It doesn't limit, or it doesn't decrease the time we're gonna have to spend on the field. So that's another thing I was kind of curious about. But it seems like it's just a hair too skinny for that to be beneficial. And this should do the trick. And what we're gonna do is swap out tractors so we have the more powerful one with us to be able to do all the work we have left to do this week, all the work we have left to do this month. And I don't know how close they are to being done, so I think I might start doing this to get it taken care of. All right, so we're gonna do some baling here while they finish this harvest since it's so close, and then we'll get the John Deere that's on the green cart there sent over to start doing the baling on the grass field, and we can, take care of everything else to get this field flipped and soybeans planted. But it looks like they are full and getting ready to head into the silo before they finish this harvest. So let them get past and we'll keep rocking and rolling. So the harvest is done. We've made a good amount of progress on the baling. We're gonna take this over to the silage pit, then we're gonna get this hooked up on the round baler, get them going, picking up the grass, and we can just focus on getting this field flipped and soybeans planted And I did do the calculation. We should absolutely be able to harvest these soybeans in time to make max profit from it when it comes June. So they'll be ready. I believe it'll be either April or May, since we're planting them in November. What just happened? We're gonna do a calculation and see if we're gonna need to reconfigure that cart or not to sell the canola. But I'm gonna get this baling started, and then we'll check those prices again right now. Still going up. We might let that hang a little bit, see if we can get it really, really high. I don't know where it's gonna peak. And then let's go ahead and get as many boxes of wrap in here as we can. I don't know why it doesn't give us that last one. And then we can just load this course. It's already on here, apparently. So we'll go to first waypoint, have them go. And actually, let's stop them real quick and check this. Bell wrapping's on. Okay. So now let's drop that for a minute. Oh, we were gonna wait a little bit. Were we gonna wait a little bit? I don't want to risk it. I might forget. I might forget. Let's be honest. I'm forgetful. And we'll take a look here and see if we're gonna get less trips if we do reconfigure this. I don't think we are. I think we'll be able to get it done in 2 trips either way. And we can do some easy math here in a second. We will do 3 trips. So let's go ahead and what we can do. Yeah, 23,000 should be good. So what we'll do is we'll sell this, get it reconfigured, sell the rest, and then, you know, get it configured back for the harvest in December. Alrighty, sell everything coming in clutch again. A little bit higher prices, apparently. 42,000 there, so we'll get, I hope, about 50,000 on the next one. Let's get that, you know, let's get that 3.5 today. All right, here we are with the remaining 23,000. This will be close to 50 grand. 49.7. So yeah, we got to remember to reconfigure this for the next harvest, and then we got to get back and start. I don't know. There's a lot to multitask here. We got to finish picking up those bales, apply some lime, do some cultivation, get the planter going. We also need to keep moving bales out of the way and helping the baler refill. And yeah, that's just November. All right, we're all done here. On to the next step. Man, it's already 1,400. Okay, we gotta get moving. I was gonna go sell these, but okay. That's not good. All right, let's see if I was having issues unloading. Let's see if it can do it for me. Yeah, I don't, there we go. Okay, so let's leave that there. Make sure the harvester's out of the way. We gotta get rolling. Ooh, it's getting late. So these, every time we harvest these fields in this vicinity, we're gonna have to apply lime, but it's the last time in this challenge we're gonna have to do it. We have more lime than this? Oh, I guess we're going to the store, guys. All right, let's just buy, I don't know, $6,000 worth or 6,000 liters worth. Let's do 8,000. It crashed. It crashed. The game crashed. Well, after the game crash, I think we've gotten caught up here. So we're heading back in with 10,000 liters of lime. We had to buy 8,000 of it. I think we're all caught up, but we got to start getting some of these bales picked up that are behind me so they're out of the way. At least the headland ones, like we normally do every single time. But we're gonna get the lime going. I'll throw this on a worker. I'm gonna sell the straw, start moving some bales. Got to get some cultivation going, but it's 14:28 already. That took me a little longer to catch up. We're gonna run out of daylight, but I think it'll be okay. So as that gets going, we'll head into the store with this, and then, like I said, move the bales around for the bale wrapper. And then we'll get to planting some soybeans in there eventually today. Let's see. I guess we can't sell those there. It sold a little bit. That was strange. I'm used to bales selling really fast. For that to sell that slow, it makes me a little concerned. There we go. Guess we'll sell them here. 12,000 bucks. Nah, not too bad. Just a little bit of extra cash to help. Now let's go pick up some bales. Keep an eye on the case. I want to get it on the cultivator as quick as possible. And we kind of look here. They're moving along. Well, let's get some work done. Look at that. Look at that lime in the background. Wasn't even on. Beautiful. All right, so they got that job done. Let's go swap out for the cultivator. So we're gonna use the planter. That does require tillage on the field before we can use it. And this needs unloaded because we'll be using fertilizer in it next. But I still want to help get some bales out of the way. I'll probably finish this cultivation myself, but get them started while I finish moving bales around. I do want to take a little bit of time to just thank everyone who stuck it out through this series. It's been a little bit of an emotional roller coaster for me this time of life, I guess. And we're at a very tedious, repetitive part of this series where I'm not expanding, and I feel like that's when the videos do better, is when we're expanding and not just constantly doing the same thing. So I just want to thank you, that all of you who've stuck it out to see, you know, how quickly at this point, we kind of know we're gonna hit 5 million. Now it's kind of a fun race to see how quickly we can get there. Oh, I don't mind that at all. Doing some every other row action here. Not bad, but let's get this done. We gotta move a little bit quicker. I don't like planting at nighttime. Let's do this. Well, we got a little sidetracked, guys, but it's time to get planting going. Looks like we are gonna go into the night with this, but I think we'll be just okay. Recommends 15. Let's get down to that speed. And we should be able to just go back and forth, avoid the headlands potentially on this, to be able to get it done quicker. But I'll see you on the other side. I am super excited to see where our money is sitting at the end of today's episode and the end of December, as we are stuck. How did this happen? The fans are going. We might have some new cattle too. Seems like about time to have some more babies over here. Early morning. Not quite dawn yet. How many do we got over here? We have 64 now. Wow. Coming up. Food's gonna go by a little bit quicker, so we'll have to keep making mixes, which is what I'm doing right now. We got the harvest started on the sorghum. We have the fertilizer going on in the grass field. And something needs unloaded. Oh yeah, they'll handle that. But let's go ahead and grab some bales here. Get this all situated. I do want to grab one of these hay bales and see how this is going to go. See if we can... See if we can get away with just using one per mix. Though I'm thinking we're going to need a partial one over here to make this perfect. But we'll see. Let me go grab one of these straw ones that we've been leaving over here for a while. 5,000 liters of straw there. Now we'll get 2 silage. Make sure our mix is still good. We might have to adjust. It'll be all right. We'll figure it out. Cruise in here this way. Oh, it's so bright with these lights. Gosh, that's so good. Cab is good with this. Okay, let's see where this mix is. Could do with a little more silage. Let's grab this partial one over here. It's only 500 liters, so we'll have to grab another one after this. And watching the numbers, this should be okay. We shouldn't get too low on hay. It took the whole thing. I think that's where we're gonna leave it though. That should be enough to get us through at least the rest of this episode. Oh, it was full. That was the exact combo that would work. So that extra 500 from that little bale was needed. That's some cool math there. All right, get this deposited and check on how all the tractors are doing. Good here, we got unloaded going on. This is a big harvest. This is the big field. This is gonna take the most time. That's why we got started so early today. And then we have the soybean field next to us, which isn't so let's have super priority, right? Like we don't even really need to harvest the soybeans, other than the fact that if we harvest them and replant soybeans, we can get those done in time to sell it at peak price. So going good on the fertilizer up here. Once they get done there, we'll move down here and do the second application there. But let's hop over to the sheep. Food's probably getting a little low. Yeah, so we need to get the John Deere over here to move a bale around. It's got the forks on it, so it should be good for that. Got some goods here. How are we doing with goat milk? Because we're about to shut this production off. A couple more months. Okay. All right. Grab a grass bale here. And then we need to move some of that milk around next. We are going to luck out with this field not needing lime. So that means we'll just need to get the cultivator down here going soon. And almost done with the fertilizer here. We'll get that on the next field. Man, I love managing a farm like this. Love it. I just can't believe we haven't gotten lucky with anything used with the harvesters. Craziness. Look at this mod. That's tough looking. All these are tough looking. I love it. Would have been nice for this to pop up on the used market. And gonna finish this last pass myself. As you can see, we just got this headland to do. Oh, we'll grab that on the way back. Splash and go, NASCAR style. The fertilizer's done. Now that I think about it, did we do lime last time on the field behind me? I think we might have. Just forgetting things. But time to get the solid fertilizer put away for now. We'll probably want to unload it so we can top off on the planter. And interested in how many seeds are right here. That's not gonna be enough. So what I think I'm gonna do is take a trip to the store and get a little bit of seed. I'm gonna try to get a little bit ahead on this cultivating. We'll probably take over harvesting at some point once we get a little caught up here. But we got a lot to get through selling wise, and I want to make sure we get all the field work done. Got to harvest those soybeans. Like I said, that should be less of a priority other than wanting to flip the field today to get it to line up for when we get to sell that. Looks like a good sign. I think they're full. I'm going to head to the silo. Lots of money right there. Okay, based on how this track got set up, I'm gonna have to say we're caught up right now. So we'll sneak back here with the cultivator, just let it sit, ready to take over in a minute. And we're going to go ahead and pause that and take over this harvest. Do a little dance. Yeah, wiggle that tractor. Take a smoke break or something. Now you're coming. I gotta update the mod. Find it comical at this point. Come on, drive with me. That's unfortunate. Sorghum's like rocking it right now. We're having to unload so many times here. So we're about halfway done with this field, maybe a little bit more. This is a good harvest right here. And that's good money, isn't it? Sorghum, yeah, 1,500. It's below peak. It was above peak earlier. Dang it, prices are dropping. This, I don't understand. I don't understand why they won't empty us all the way. And then it switches who the worker is. I don't get it. That should be a good amount of runway for us to be able to get back to this, so that we can quickly get to the planting phase. And you gotta lower the implement. Excuse me. Worker, you on the radio? Can you pull forward a little bit? Just a hair, like 10 centimeters maybe. Oh, okay, I guess I could just go around you. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, we'll get that spot later. Don't worry about us. Oh, perfect timing. Look at this. Oh, that's so smooth. Just a tractor dance. Easy. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, little bump. It's definitely an amazing fire and forget setup with the auto drive and course play, but it's also when you're doing it this way, it's a little bit inconvenient. Like, we're gonna have to wait for them to move, but we're close. We're making good time. It's not even noon yet. Things are looking good. Prices are still about where they were. Oh man, the wheat price is so good right now. Oats, so good right now. We're gonna make some cash today. Still got that sorghum, or the silage as well. You know, it'd be a cool feature if we like cruised up here. Oh, they moved. But if we cruised up here and we're like, oh, is my honk button not working? Oh yeah, if we just honked at them. Okay, I was gonna try to demonstrate it, but if we just honked at them and they got out of the way, that would be slick. Like auto drive aware of like me. Man, that's some good artificial intelligence. If that was possible. Listen to Spotify here, and like the next song started a minute into it. That was weird. Random thoughts with Chris. Yeah, it doesn't work. Harvest getting finished up there. That's beautiful sight. We'll get them over to the soybeans pretty quickly once they get unloaded, and then we'll be able to just focus on this field, getting it planted, getting some weeds taken care of. Super busy, but productive December so far. All right, so let's hop in this vehicle. Pull up auto drive, unloading combine, waiting for call, but we're gonna tell them to exit the field and drop that off. And then here we're gonna grab this tractor and we're gonna instantly get it going on the soybean harvest. All right, a ways they go. Now we can focus on finishing this field without anybody in our way. All right, so we're gonna stay busy until they get done with that soybean harvest. Not the biggest field, so it shouldn't take as long as this one. Once they get those headlands done, we're gonna be rocking and rolling, ready to get things sold. I think we are going to put down one of the mobile workshop stations, or the modded ones, in this area over here, the farmyard here, so that we can reconfigure that grain cart with all the selling we're about to do of grain. I think it's like 12 grand, so it's not really going to be anything that's going to make or break anything to do with our farm, so should be good. But we need to get all of this completely full since we are planting in the biggest field. We'll see how... Yeah, I think we are going to need more seed, but who knows? I always say that. And away we go. Soybeans in the ground once again. Get that at 15. That's my comfortable spot with this seeder or planter. Let's get cruising. Oh yeah, I remember having deja vu running out of seed about right now. So that makes complete sense that it's being pretty consistent there. So we'll go ahead and lift and shut it off. Go grab some more seed. And they're making good time. They're starting to do the ups and downs. We need them to get done though. Harvest this canola in January and the prices should still be good on that as well. I think we're set up pretty solid right now. That'll get us through the rest of this planting session. Maybe not the other field though, obviously. So we'll have to get some more seed yet. Oh, this would be super helpful. Now, how is that field looking for lime? Yeah, it needs it. Okay. All right, well, we gotta let that get finished, but I wanna start multitasking a little bit here, or a little bit more. So we're gonna go grab the lumber, get that sold, since we do that every single month. And then hopefully that'll give them a little bit of time to free up that grain cart so we can start selling all this grain that's at a great price right now. All right, let's start this ascend of 4 million. 3.5, I feel like 3.5 is in the bag for this episode. Let's see if we can get to 3.75. Got some questions about time-saving stock check being on this series, and I just didn't want to do that way because I wanted it to be a little bit more of a mystery. Like, I can do the math, sure, but yeah, it just seems like it's best to not use that in this type of series, in my opinion. Takes the mystery away. All right, let's see. This should be about 50 grand, I believe. Yep, exactly. We're getting used to that. So we're at 3.2. We got about $200,000 worth of silage, a little bit more, so that should put us at 2.4, and then all the grain, so it's looking good. Under tools, vehicle workshop shed, 25 grand. I think that's the one we're gonna go with, I guess. I don't like the look of it, but it'll work for now. So that'll be able to adjust the grain cart when we get done here. What's going on here? Man, so much to do still. We got some snow coming too. Let's look at that. Okay, that's not till tonight. We'll be good. We'll be good. We'll run cart to finish this out too. I think it'll be a lot quicker if we do it. Might go get it reconfigured here too, right now. Right now, after we finish this pass. All right, they're all unloaded. Let's go drop this off, reconfigure it, come back and finish the harvest. It's less than it looks like because of these shorter passes that are about to start. So we're about to turn the corner here, literally and figuratively. Make a lot of cash. Be nice to be able to repair things here as well. Just the missing element right now is going to be a fuel station, but I think we can get by. So let's see if we sneak up right here. I don't know where the trigger is going to be or where we have to be in, but it looks like we're good there. Let's add the extension. Oh no, we can't add the extension yet. Buggers. Okay, we know it works though. What a mess out here. Let's get this harvest done and make a bunch of cash and see how much money we need to make in year 5. It's looking fantastic. 11,000 more liters of soybeans getting dropped off. This is good money. Let's get these dumped and then we'll get it reconfigured. Guess we're dumping it that way. And I think we are going to wait till January to flip that field since we have to do lime as well as cultivating. And we'll reevaluate what crop to put in it as well, probably when the time comes. Might as well take the fast tractor. All right, we'll start with wheat. Why not? Get the wheat sold, get everything else sold. Lots of back and forth driving. And it's a couple dollars more at the sell everything location, so let's drop it off here. Big money, big money, big money. Another $45,000, pretty much 46. And first trip of the sorghum here. See how good this treats us. No, 55, maybe 60 grand. Yeah, just about 60. That's awesome. We got 3 more trips of that. 2 more trips, sorry. And the timing's working out, so when we get done with this, the silage will probably be ready to sell. And we're absolutely selling that today, no matter what the price is. I want to get this dollar amount as high as possible to end year 4. We're at $3.3 million, another 60 grand coming in there. Let's get another load. It's not quite a full load, but it's close. All right, let's see where we're at when we're done with sorghum. We have some oats to sell next, and then we'll get to the silage. And I'm going to double check the bottled goat cheese or milk, whatever we've been making. I forget, but we're going to see how the price is for that as well before we end today. And this is going to get us to 3.4 million. We're rocking it, guys. And 24,000 liters of oats, so not a ton, but it definitely is worth selling today. Well, I'm sure it's more than a ton, literally. All right, here we are with the oats. Let's see where we can get before selling the silage. All right, we're at 3.44. 47,000 there. Let's go ahead and head in. We'll check on what we have in the shed and see if there's anything to sell before. We have a few minutes before all the silage is turned. Yeah, the goat stuff's not quite... Well, is the milk at a good price? Nah, we're gonna want to wait. We'll definitely do that next episode, though. Where are we right now? I went the wrong way. 99%, so close. Perfect, all right. Oh yeah, I can't do it that way. All right, we are at 3.54 million. A little bit more to sell. This is awesome. 45,000 on that one. We have one full load left and a partial load. See if we can get to, be close, but I don't think we'll quite get to 3.7. Yeah, I think we made the right call by not flipping that field today. We would have ran out of time. It's getting dark. Here's the last load. We're sitting at 3.63 million. We're only gonna need 1.4, like 1.3 million to go. All right, here we are. And today, and the end of year 4's dollar amount, 3.66 million. Sock's way up. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna get this done in year 5.
We're finally here, guys. Year 5. The final countdown, 12 months to go. We got some snow, though. We have a field to harvest. We have some fields to replant. I'm wanting to get both of them done today, so we're starting cultivation on one of the fields already. But we got to let this storm go so that we can harvest the canola, which isn't going to be at the best price to sell, but I think it's going to be best to sell it today based off of how long it's going to take for it to get back to a good price. And if we do things right, and we have enough time, we're gonna have to go into the nighttime, I believe. But this should be the last time we plant in this challenge. We're gonna try to get 2 more fields planted with soybeans. Those will be ready in July, where prices aren't quite at their peak, but they're still pretty good at that point. Let's see where the best place to sell the wood chips is. Would be the farmer's market today, and I believe it goes over here. Forgot to sell these yesterday, but it's okay. It's for the best because they are better prices in January than they were in December. So we have this and a little bit more, almost another full load, I believe. Starting off with a bang financially here. I don't think we'll get to 4 million in today's episode, but the next few coming up, they're gonna be big ones. 62,000 there. Let's go get the rest. Sell a little bit of lumber while we're waiting for this snowstorm to pass, but we'll work as much as we can on that new field that we're cultivating. Let's see if it needs lime, just to remind ourselves. We're here, yeah, it looks like it's gonna need lime. And I believe when we harvest the canola down here, it's gonna need to have lime applied as well. Could have done that before cultivating, but either way, should be pretty good. All right, so yeah, the rest will fit in here, 26,000. We have a little bit of lumber left over, a lot of planks in there to sell, a lot of the goat's cheese and goat milk as well. Probably need to move the goat milk from the goat enclosure so that it doesn't overpopulate over there. So we'll have to get that taken care of, but let's go sell this, see where our money's gonna sit today. This will probably be, besides these planks and wood beams here, it'll probably be the last thing we sell in today's episode, but got a lot of farm work to do. Field work? Field work. We got a lot of field work to do. Another 43,000 bucks, 3.77 million, getting real close to that $4 million mark. Just basically 1.25 to go. Now I hope when we sell all the soybeans, we hit 5 million. And we'll sell the lumber later. No reason to rush it right now. We need to get some of this field work done, and we can see they're working on cultivating up there, making pretty good time. We need to take care of the weeds in this field and the second application of fertilizer, and this is our biggest field, so we want to make sure we get it done right. Should be harvesting this in June when prices are at their peak for soybeans. Got this all configured, just cruise around, get these weeds taken care of. Looks like it is doing its thing. And then we need to put some fertilizer down as well. All done with the weeding, didn't take too long at all. And they're making pretty good time with the cultivating still. Doing the headlands at this point so we can get them on the planter momentarily. We'll have to double check seed. I think we will have to go get an order of that today. But this snowstorm should be going through about 1 o'clock. So flipping that field, it's gonna be tough. Let's get some fertilizer in the spreader, get the fertilization taken care of on the field we were just in. Drop the weeder like that. That's, it's awesome. And then later in this episode, we will be cutting the grass again, but not selling it this episode. So we might, do most of that off camera. Just a heads up there. Should be good. And away we go. Fertilizer one more time on this field. Be nice to have precision farming and not have to worry about it on soybeans. In time, it'll happen. Our weeds are taken care of. Fertilization's looking good. keep on cruising.
I think the next one of these we do, we're gonna use seasonal growth. I think it's too easy being able to game the system where we're like plant the exact thing exactly when we want to make it harvestable exactly when it's at a high price. But I did kind of want to set a bar for myself on this and have an idea of how quickly we can make money on FS25, and I think we've done that. I think we've definitely accomplished that part of the challenge. Learning moving forward. Probably do some popular later on in another challenge, not this one. Just push the limits. Haven't decided yet if I'm brave enough to do a hard economy challenge. It's just very time consuming. All right, just double checking. I think we have to do just a little bit on a turnaround here. And then I almost forgot about the lime here. So we're gonna have to go buy some lime for these 2 fields. Ultra T series, what do we got here? That'd be kind of nice just to have. A little spot, should be about right there. I see it. And we are all fertilized. Time to get some lime going on the field next to us, just as they finish their task. Now, if we could just get the snow to go. Let's see, I wanted to see if it shows up at the 1 o'clock hour. It does not. It does show up at 12 o'clock. So we'll be looking at another hour or so of snow, and then we'll be able to run into things and get going. So let's put what we can in here of lime. We have, let's see here. That's almost a full one. Okay, so we have about 3,700, which isn't going to be enough. All right, this is where it crashed on me last time. We're going to buy 10,000 liters worth. 98% full. I think that will be good for at least one field. We might have to get a little bit more for that second one, but they're not the biggest fields, so it might be okay. We'll hand this over to a worker, and then I will move the John Deere to get prepped for the next one. So they'll get going with the liming. We can get this put away. And I think what I'll do, we still have an hour and a half till the snow goes away. Maybe I'll set this up on the planter so it can get started planting once the lime's done. And we'll see how our seed is at that point. Yeah, we got enough, I think, at least for the first field. And this should allow us to take over here. Now that we got everything prepped, but I didn't back up very good at all. All right. Away we, oh, I see why. Okay, so close that, stop it. Gotta disconnect, right? Because it has the width of the fertilizer right now, spreader. So let's do that, reconnect. Yeah, I'm glad I grabbed this because otherwise we would have been doing a lot more passes. Well, we're gonna need to do a lot more passes without steering assist, which is completely fine. I'm just a lazy man using the features because they're beautiful. All right, away we go. We'll get this done. All done with the lime. Still got a little bit of time to kill. I'm thinking through this, and I'm kind of wondering. Let's look at the calendar real quick. Oh, not the calendar, the prices. I wanted to look at sorghum. It is January, so it'd be a whole year. So if we got those done by July, that is the lowest. I still think the price of soybeans would be better in July. All right. Just wanted to double check that because I was kind of second guessing. Are we going to be ready in July? I don't know. So, but these fields like in front of us, like the one to the left will be ready the first, and we can put something like sorghum in there. But we'll probably look for crops that are peaking in December for the next time we plant, because I'm starting to second guess if we'll be able to get this done by June. I was kind of basing my decisions off of that, and I don't think that's going to be quite the case. All right, let's put that down for now. Get this reconfigured and start prepping for this harvest. Oh, we can get this started though. Yes, this can get started. And then I'm gonna let a worker just handle this job, and we're gonna focus on the harvest once we can. And we're gonna do one more repair here, $7,000. They didn't start over there. So strange. I don't understand why it does that sometimes. I'm just gonna put it like in the middle of the field. Or maybe does this not have enough power for this? And we're just not getting a warning? Let's look at the, is that the case? 190 horsepower, okay. 170, yeah, so it should be fine. I don't understand why, so let's, okay. Guys, oh, it's hosed. It's, oh no. How much do I have to redo now? Oh, that's like ideal. Look at this. That's not bad.
That's not bad. Good save spot. All right, let's see if, oh man. Okay. I'm just gonna try to do it this way. Generate a course. So I don't think you want to generate a course when you already have them assigned to a helper. It seems to be what the issue I just ran into was. But there they go, getting started. We'll go do the same song and dance we just did, and I think at this point, I do want to try to get just time moving so we can get started on that harvest. Detach while folded. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. What the heck? Oh my. What is Escape doing today? The Glitch King, man. Can we even squeeze in here? All right, let's do this. If I just do something here, that won't do it. Customize. We're gonna lose what's in there, aren't we? Now let's customize it again and get that back to the way it was. Boy, oh boy. Small, we want big. Yep, like that. Customize. And then while we're in here, we'll customize this as well and hope we don't crash again. All right, now we're where we were. Now we are where we were. Okay. All right, I want to test something out here. We're gonna risk it. I want to see what it says here while the forecast says it's not raining, but the game, it's still, or not snowing, but it still shows snow coming down. Is it gonna give us the yield warning? I don't see it. It might be still giving us a decreased yield and not telling us though. But we're gonna get going on this. I feel like it's time. And early on here, I want to see. Yeah, okay. As expected, we will need to do lime on this field as well. Yeah, those of you wondering where the Riverbend Springs roleplay is, I wanted to focus on finishing this. I think for a little bit at least, I'm gonna start focusing on a single series at a time. I feel like that's the best thing for me right now I want to get this one done, take a break from it, finish the Riverbend Springs Season 2, and then at that point, we're probably going to start Cattle Ranch Township. And while we're waiting for our awesome grain cart driver, I'm going to check on this and see how we're looking. Seed's not going by very fast, so I think we might have enough product to do both fields. That's good. Are they doing this with no headlands? That's outstanding. We're going to do the grain cart work ourselves. I think I'm just going to do both myself. I think that'll be the quickest way to get this done right now. I was hoping to race the planter, but they're doing a pretty good job. Let's gamify it, make it a game, like inside the game. Let's go. That looks pretty good. I was gonna adjust the course, but it looks pretty good as is. So we're gonna go to the far end and do the longer ups and downs first, I believe. Because it makes a lot more sense in my brain to do it that way. But it's been a minute since we've done a time lapse, so I think we will go ahead and do one here. Where are we starting? Right here? Yeah. All right, here we go. As you probably noticed, we did set up auto drive again. I think it is still quicker than me having to constantly stop, even though
we do stop, but moving the cart myself, I don't know. I've said multiple times I need to look for updates on these things, and I just haven't yet. And again, we're using something that's not on Mod Hub yet. Might not be 100% ready for public use. There's still some bugs, I would assume. The modder's amazing that does this. Auto drive is ridiculously good. Advanced modding right there, man. Some good stuff. This looks like a good shot here. You got the tractor in the background, planting. Got our grain cart operator coming up here. Oh, gonna do the wiggles though. Looks like we're gonna fill them up. I guess I have the configuration a little bit off because they should have gone and unloaded, but they will now, as long as they don't fight with us. Perfect. All right, let's get it done. They finished their job, so they beat us. That's okay. That's okay. It was fun. And all done here. Let's go ahead and open that, shut it off, get them to come unload us, and we're done with this harvest. Actually, I'm just gonna unload this myself. All right, it's time to get the lime put down here. I don't think we'll have enough, so we'll have to probably buy more, but I definitely wanted to go ahead and find out first. Turns out we had plenty, 1,200 left over. Beautiful thing. Now, can we get this done in time? Let's go ahead, grab the cultivator. Okay, now this thing's acting fine. Okay, whew, I was a little worried. We do need to clean our equipment. We'll do that in February. We'll have a little bit of downtime in February. But we're gonna set up a course here. I'm gonna do just ups and downs, and then we're gonna follow it with the planter. We are gonna do course play. And then I want no headlands. And I want to generate course, and then have them get going. We'll shut this off. Whoops. Get it out of the way though. Busy January. Get this topped off with seed and fertilizer. And hopefully we have enough. What is going on today? Not sure how I feel about this. We're going this way? All right. Probably gonna catch up, but I think that'll be okay. We'll just cruise behind them. I feel like this is the best way to get it done. And that spot's not gonna get planted, but we'll get some fertilizer on it. Yeah. Into the night we go. Maybe we do the opposite here. We're gonna let them get going. We're gonna take over. I am gonna do the same route they're doing though, just because it's already been established. I don't think it's the most efficient thing in the world at all, especially with me driving. But I think if I do the cultivator, get the cultivation done, and then I can switch over and finish planting, that would be the best course of action. All done cultivating. It's getting late. Should be able to get this planted, and I think we probably, like, while we're waiting for them to finish planting, can sneak in getting the weeds done on the field behind us. So we'll do that next and try not to demolish our soybeans. And away we go. Should be able to bust this out real quick. There's another spot we didn't plant, but I'm not stressing about it anymore. We're just kind of coasting at this point, trying to just do the same things we've been doing, bring in money. 1.25 to go. We got it in the bag, guys. We've got to finish the job, because that's something that I've struggled with, is getting, losing motivation towards the end of things, and we've got to finish it. Can't do what we did with the Maze Challenge. And just kind of thinking through the next few things to do on this series. I think I'm going to do February off camera. It'll be a little bit of fertilizer, some weeds, and the grass fields. And we'll pick up next episode in March. And I think it'll be fine. We're not missing out too much on, this is year 5 of cutting silage every 3 months and making silage every 3 months. So I think that'll be okay. I don't think you guys will miss too much. Got the cultivation done and that weeding. While we're waiting for the John Deere to finish planting, we're gonna sell some of the buffalo milk, or all the buffalo milk, and they just got done. Perfect timing though. And then we're gonna sell the goat milk and probably the lumber that we have, even though it's late at night. Prices are really good right now for buffalo milk. So we're gonna get that done, and then that'll probably be it for January. Let's go see how much money we get from this. Should be about 50 grand. Okay, let's drop this off. Big money, come on. Oh, we hit the 3.8 million mark. That's nice to see. I don't think we'll quite get to 4 million today, but we'll get super close. Let's go get all the goat milk we have and the rest of that lumber and see where we're sitting at the end of January. 11 months to go. And I think we'll do it in 2 trips. We'll do these first and then come back and get the goat stuff. I thought there was money missing, guys. And I found it. To the warehouse we go. Drive by selling, another 60 grand. I don't think we have $120,000 worth of goat products, but we might actually. Okay, heading in with 7,400 liters of goat milk and 9,000 goat milk bottled. All right, here we are. Oh, okay. Look at that. We hit the 4 million mark. I am impressed. $4 million. We got 1 million to go. 11 months. Let's see how quick we can do this. We are super close. We are getting there. The price for tipping the tractor, the price for goat products and buffalo products are still pretty good here in March. So we're going to get those sold. You can see in front of us, we have all of our silage from February pre-populated over here to make it a little easier later on in the month for us to sell it. There's absolutely nothing to do on the farm today, so we are going to start off by making some cash, probably speeding up some time and getting it to the point where we can do some field work. But there's $65,000 from some lumber. Let's see what the goats products bring in before we go pick up the buffalo milk, and another 100,000 hit there. So we are at $4.1 million, less than $900,000 to go, and we're just in March. Let's go get that buffalo milk, get it sold, and then get it to the point where the silage is ready. Not a ton, but this is gonna be a decent dollar. It'll be close to 15,000, I believe. And again, everything will help, but this is the best price that buffalo milk's gonna be at between now and the end of 5 years. So we might as well get it sold now. Drive over the mountain here and we'll get over there, and then we'll check the silage prices, but it's gotta be about 1,500. That's when we finished silage in February before we can sell it. We could check on some of them though if prices are good and see about those ones that are closer. If they've already became silage by about 10 o'clock, then we should be all right. But last I checked, silage should be a pretty good price this month, so we won't have any reason not to sell it. And that's gonna get us dangerously close to 4.5 million. I do know that this one was the first one I dropped off right here. We're at 93%, 94% with some of those, and 88, 82, and 75. So we got some time to kill, and we'll be doing that pretty instantly though. Let's go ahead and drop this off, and then I'll be just doing a one over on all the products that we have and the prices and see if there's anything else that is at good enough prices for us to sell. Yeah, 16,000 there. So far, I know we didn't go crazy with the amount of water buffalo that we purchased. So far, they feel like a misleading cash cow. Haha. Pun intended. And just to save a little bit of cash while we simulate, yeah, materials are missing. So let's go ahead and hop in here and deactivate everything we need in here. And canola's prices they're good enough. They're not as high as they could be, but I don't have the patience to wait till November to sell this. I want the money now. All right, another $45,000. I think it's time to make it a little bit later in the day. And the grass is all turned. We're gonna start selling that next. Kind of interested to see how close we're gonna get with just this, but we got some time. Before we do this, let's take a look so you can see why we're kind of moving through time so fast here. Should have showed this earlier, but we're okay. The growth stages are they're a ways away right now. They were soybeans, and we knew it was gonna take a while for the soybeans to grow. But we're about, oh, we tipped. And you know, the only other thing to really work on is the grass field, and that would be in May. So we'll see when we get to May in today's episode if one of the fields is ready. I'm not sure it's going to be. I think it's going to be June and July when we get to harvest those, but I could be misremembering. Let's go ahead and grab a full load here before we start selling. All right, this makes it a lot quicker. Let's see how much it is per load today. There's 46,000. We've got 3 full loads left and a partial load. You can do the math already, but I'll keep you updated. Another 45,000, 4.2. We're at 4.2. We'll definitely get to 4.4, I believe. And we're sitting at 4.325. Last full load here. This will get us close. It'll get us close to 4.4, but not quite there yet. Yeah, we need 30. We need 29 about 1,000 on this last. I don't think we're going to quite get to 4.4. But we're moving along. We are chugging. And the last bit here. All right, so we did hit 4.4, just over it. Gonna check on all the feed for the animals. I think they're pretty good because I did give the cattle or the buffalo a ton of food overnight, and the sheep have enough as well. Double check lumber, but I think we're good to move forward. So dirty and mossy. We are all the way in the month of May. I have gone ahead and started a soybean harvest. We're starting to cut the grass again as well. We're going to pick up the grain cart right now so we can go help unload the harvester as it harvests some of the soybeans. And yeah, it's gonna be this field here that we're on in May, and then June we'll have 1 field, and July we'll have 2 fields. So we kind of planned that out right. And I don't think at this point I'm gonna replant them. I think we're gonna power through and we're gonna get to $5 million. But we do need to reconfigure this so that it can work with the grain cart. Rocking and rolling. Looking forward to this last time cutting this silage. Wow, I don't know if I've seen it like this. It's like there's a fire or something back there. Insane. That's some fog. Oh, I don't like how far they've gotten around the headlands already and not needed to unload. But that's all right, soybeans are worth a lot. They're worth a lot of moolah. All right, let's get them unloaded. And we'll start cranking this out and get to the point where we can make some more money here. I think it might be today, guys. This isn't a tiny field either. I guess that was the first headland. I thought they were on the second one, so I feel a little bit better about the quantity that we got there. Grass is going good, almost done with this second headland, or they're just starting it. I think. Yeah, you're gonna run cart, and we're gonna get going on. Let's move one of these grass bales just because I saw that, but we're gonna get going on baling right away. Because that's like an hour and 15-minute process in general, if not more. All right, you do good work. We got other things to do. Well, we're jumping all the way forward to June here. We have some rain in the forecast. Let's take a look at that. That's going to be at 1400. So let's go ahead and get this operation going. The harvester is on its way, starting its process there. We're going to get this tractor set up to do the grain cart work. And I believe we should just be able to set this to 1. Yeah, it's 1. I don't know where they're going though. So the harvest is on its way, and we're going to check the price of planks next, because that's the first thing we're probably going to want to sell today. Yeah, it's the peak keeps moving. The peak keeps moving. Let's grab the case. We're gonna go get all the planks. We're gonna see how close that's gonna get us to $5 million. 1,500 is the time frame we're looking at to sell the silage. I believe between the planks, silage, and soybeans will be well above $5 million today. We have to remember we put some of them there. Let's pick up all these planks. I think we're gonna have to do more than one trip. You can see we've let all the lumber pile up as well. Wanted to make a ton of money this July, or this June. Sorry, excuse me. So 53,000 planks. Let's make some money. This should be well over $200,000. There's all the silage, looking good. $222,000. We're sitting at 4.6 million. Silage alone will not be enough. We got the soybeans going. We're gonna head back and get the rest of the lumber, see where that puts us, because it's good to sell today as well. 8,000 of each should bring in a pretty good payday as well at the warehouse. And that's another $120,000. We're at 4.7. I think the silage is enough at this point, but we're gonna keep going. Let's head in, let's check on what's happening with the harvester. Looks like it says it needs unloaded. And I don't think we've set this up right for auto drive. Let's go figure that out right now. Oh, because we didn't update this. So now it's going to be able to call them, and it shows 45 minutes left on that harvest. Oh boy, that means we're about 45 minutes away from being 5 millionaires. A millionaire times 5. How do you say that? All right, and I think we're gonna go ahead and enjoy this harvest ourselves. It's gonna be the last time for a while on this map for sure. We're 93 hours into this playthrough. And what is this guy think he's doing? I think we have secured enough soybeans. We're gonna finish this field though, and then start getting them sold. Where's my driver? Ah, going that way. Hope y'all didn't get dizzy with that. And all done, just waiting for them to unload us. Exciting times, last harvest. For now. I don't know if I'm more impressed that we did this by June of year 4 or in under 100 hours gameplay. Pretty cool. So let's get to that 5 million mark. We got the grain cart already here. Should be, I think, 3 loads that we'll be doing. And boy, I don't know if load 2 might be the magic one. Let's get there. All right, so this number here will tell us how quickly we're gonna get to 5 million. Let's see what we get from one load. $135,000. Could do some quick math there. Let's go get load 2. So as we're driving back here, when I finished year 1, I started calculating the math on how quickly or how close we were to hitting that $5 million mark if we just kept the grass field and didn't expand. And I quickly saw that we would have got to probably about 3.8, I think is what my calculation was. So that's why we expanded. And it definitely kicked us well above the $5 million mark. If we would have finished this year through, I do think we would have probably got close-ish to 7, maybe 6.5 million. I'm not finishing the year. I'm just going to tell you guys that right now. Not right now, at least. We'll get back to this playthrough after a nice break. But this isn't the last episode before that break either. And here we go. We are victorious. $5 million. 5 million. I don't even know what to say right now. So we have all this silage to sell, but we've done it. We've done it. We could sell the silage. We could sell the rest of the soybeans. That's not what this challenge was about. This challenge was about $5 million in 5 years. We've got it done. There is one thing left to do. We're not going to do it in this episode. We got to build a ranch. We got to spend our money. Thanks for hanging out in the 5 and 5 challenge. I'll see you next time for the actual finale of the 5 and 5 challenge. I'm Socks Way Up. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you're still here, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll catch you on the next one. Welcome to the finale of 5 and 5. We're starting off by buying the 2 plots of land that just kind of makes sense. And then there's a road we needed. We've always needed this road. A little worried about the slope. We do take care of that a little bit here. We got to clean up the trees as well. Just gonna run through this super fast for you guys. But yeah, using lumberjack to take care of the trees on this road just to get it done. And then the next step we're gonna do is work on the slope a little bit. I tried to smooth it out originally. That didn't seem to do the trick enough because of the angle of the mountain. And then we start using the sloping tool to help sculpt it a little bit better so that when we drive the tractor up the hill, it won't be too bad. It's still about an 18% grade, about 15% there, so it's still a little steep for what you would want in real life, but we'll manage. We'll come back to this area a little later on and show you what we do with it. The next thing I wanted to work on was starting to get this road layout correct. These 2 roads that we connected just had a terrible intersection, so we decided to have the road bend a little bit and connect the 2 roads. with the intersection all finished up with a little bit of landscaping, we did move to remove the field. The field on the hill is gone. We just turned it into grass again and added a little bit of meadow. I haven't completely decided if we're done with this series or if we're going to bring it back. We're definitely going to take a break for a while, so I didn't go overboard with equipment that we purchased, but I did want to build somewhat of a farmyard here. I'm trying to find a nice blue that has a little bit of a hint of gray is what I was going for, and I think I like this color. It looks pretty nice. But then we have to mess with the terrain. So we do have the move tool that moves placeables. We can move them in the 3 directions, X, Y, and Z. I don't think you can rotate with this mod. It would be nice to be able to do that as well, but I like to place down buildings since I found this mod and then see their footprint and then to start just flattening the area out to make the building fit a little bit better. We're gonna do that with a few buildings in this area. I think it turns out really nice. I had this vision for this plot of land, and that's why we never put a field on it. But now that we have this done, you can see if we do continue the series, there's a nice area left to expand. Enjoy. The next step of this build out is the water buffalo feed storage. We need somewhere to put all these bales and decided to put another one of the auto loading, or I don't know if they're called auto loading, but the bale storage buildings here. And I think it's good. You can see we flatten out the ground. I'm starting to get a little better at terraforming, trying to be more patient with it. But when we put the building down, even though we flattened this all out to be the same, it's still added a little hump. It's all doable, it's all fixable, it's kind of nice as long as you're patient. But I think it turned out pretty good. Next we move on to the workshop, and I love this building. You've probably seen it in a lot of people's videos at this point. It's great. It's a sweet little building here. Not little, a big building, has all types of doors, all types of areas to enter, which made it a little challenging to get everything the way we wanted it. But I think it really brings this area together once it's done, and you see the trees we put down and the details that we add to it. I'm loving the way this turned out, guys. the house build I'm not super satisfied with. I wanted to do it on this hill. We got multiple comments throughout the series that it was just common sense to do it up on the hill overlooking the fields. I think I kind of missed the mark though, because this spot, you can see the grass field really well, but when you turn to the right here, you can't necessarily see all the crops that we have down the hill the other direction. I do love the idea of it, and I didn't go overboard with the detailing and everything else in this area. I wanted to kind of leave this looking like we just moved in, just got established in this new area, and have our final house that we're going to live in for the rest of our lives while we run our farm. $5 years, $5 million has been a blast. Thank each and every one of you for hanging out during this journey. We're getting used to it. We're getting to know FS25 and the type of content we're wanting to make on this game. I had a blast with this whole series. There's some things I would do differently moving forward if we did it again, but overall, I loved it. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Like I've said it multiple times, I appreciate every single one of you.